Hello, Anastasia.
I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. 2,000 years ago he died on the cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him on a mountain top and offered him every kingdom, would not stop. He said, "Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee." I said, I came in his name, I am saved by his grace. Surrounded himself with 12 good men, disciples as we called them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and they told the story after he was gone, how he was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name, I am saved by his grace. By his grace. Song goes out to all you natural girls. On the day you were born, God looked down at the place you lay. He took a deep breath and he blew on the clouds, blew them away. And heaven and earth he built, it took him just 6 days. Took him twice as long to make that smile from your beautiful face. He said, 'Cause you're a natural girl. A natural girl. Sent a letter to Cadbury's, they made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars, placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for me, for me, for me. 'Cause she's a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll work for days, toil for hours and hours, just to pay for your dress, all your wedding flowers. And your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves, that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse. Your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. Tra-la-la-la. So send a message to my father up above and tell him, found this girl, the one I'm truly loved, the one that he sent down from heaven up above. She fits me just like a glove. 'Cause she's a natural girl. I'll climb the walls, climb the highest steeple. At the top of my voice I'll sing to all the people around this girl. I love the one from above, 'cause she's a natural girl. She's got natural curves. I'll write your name upon Venus, Jupiter, Mars. When you look up at night you'll see your name is written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Natural girl, yeah. Precious items you lot are. Rare precious items, rarer than gold. Where are we? Yeah, it's got flapjack in it. We got the tea had flapjack in it. Yeah. I was dry. Okay. Probably flapjack that dried me out. Hey, where did we go? The days when the rains came. I said, down in the hollow, playing a new game. I said, laughing and I'm running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping, all along the... What's wrong with my eyesight? Oh my gosh, I can't read that. I've got my glasses on. Oh yeah. Skipping and a jumping. No, it's not. Laughing and a running, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with. I've done it again. It's a G, isn't it? As if I can't see that. I've got the whole wall is a TV screen and I still can't read it. Yeah, derp. Make the words bigger, Peter. That might work. 1 second. How do you do it again? Oh, there. Oh, that's better. Now I can't see all the words. Dang it. Whatever happened to Tuesday was so slow. I said, going down the old mine with transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding around the rainbow's wall, slipping and a sliding, all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. Again, oh my god, all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. That's still not right. From the top, Peter, from the top. It's I've forgotten Van Morrison. Hey, where did we go? The days when the rains came. I said, down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts are thumping with you, my brown-eyed girl. You are my much better, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow, going down the old mine with transistor radio. I said, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding around the rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding, all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. Peter, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la, Sha la 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 la-ti-da. So hard to find my way now that I'm all on my own. Saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You are my brown-eyed girl. You remember when we used to sing sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la, la-ti-da. Van Morrison, Son of Man Code. This one goes out to all you MTFs. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3 and he didn't leave much to marry me. Just this old guitar and empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, well, name me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke and it got a lot of laughs. Lots of folks, seems I had to fight my whole life through. Cause some girl would giggle, I'd get red, and some guy laugh and then I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick, I grew up mean, and my fists got hard, my wits got keen. I'd run for towns, I'd try to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search all the honky tonks and bars and kill the man that gave me this awful name. Name. Well, it was Gatlinburg and it was mid-July and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. And I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. And at an old saloon in a street of mud, there at the table dealing stood, sat the deity mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew the snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture my mother had. I knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and he was grey and old. I looked at him, my blood ran cold. I said, my name is Sue. How do you do? That's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, came up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. I busted a chair right across his teeth and we crashed through the wall into the street and we was kicking, gouging in the blood, the bud, the mud, yeah, the bud, the Budweiser, in the mud, the blood and the beer. Well, I'll tell you how I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. Kicked like a moo and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laughing and I heard him cuss and he went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. And he just stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, now son, this world is mighty rough, but if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. But I knew I won't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd get tough or else you'd die. And it's a name that helped make you big and strong. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight. I know you hate me, you got the right to kill me now. I won't blame you if you do. What a song. Do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye. Cause I'm the son of a gun that named you Sue. What could I do? Well, I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa, though he may be my mum, and I came away with a different point of view. Every now and then, I think about him every now and then, and every time I do, and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Horatio. Brink! Not yet, doggy. He thought that was the last. He thought that was the last bait. Not yet, puppy. Drag queen, drag queen, drag queen, drag queen, I'm begging of you please, don't you fool my man. Your eyes, they're really wide, your dental arch, it looks like mine. I can tell just by the way you walk. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you please, don't you take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, and your voice is soft like summer rain. I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls, 'cause your name's Jolene. Now I could easily understand how you could easily take a man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you, Elijah, can. Dang it. Now you could have your choice, man, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness, it depends on you. Whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Jolene was a little redheaded bloke from down the bank, apparently. Right, let's sing One for God. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time, but sooner or later it's gonna cut you down. Said sooner or later it's gonna cut you down. Go tell the long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. I said tell him that God's gonna cut you down. I said tell him that God's he's gonna cut you down. Well, goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet by the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, swear I hit the shuffle of an angel's feet. Called my name and my heart stood still. He said, Punch, go do my will. Go tell the long-tongued liar, go and tell the midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Said, tell him that God's gonna cut throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. Sure as God made black and white, stunned in the dark will be brought into the light. So run on for a long time, keep running for a long time. I said run on for a long time, but sooner or later gotta cut, it's gonna cut you down. I said sooner or later gotta cut, it's gonna cut you down. Thank you, Father. Let's move that microphone over there. Yeah, you knew what time it was, didn't you? Hey. Easy, gorgeous. Easy and sure. Shortbread. Is it shortbread? Yeah. Right, let's sit comfortably. That's better. Yeah. We're sitting comfortably. Let's move that microphone a little bit closer. Doesn't need to be too close though. There we go. Keyboard, mouse, how you all doing? Do you have a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane? Welcome to the show. Forensic show, that is, not the show you're living in through. Not the Truman show that you're living through. Just the show. Welcome to the show. Let's say hello to all first before we... Oh, actually, let me... Oh, it should be open there, actually. Oh, there it is. Home. Live. Not the Truman show that you're living through. Pause. Copy. Simple as. Twitter. Tweet. Post. Tweet. There we go. Someone. And we're done. Yeah. Home. Show me it. Make sure it posted. Oh my gosh. Not really. Right, go to my page. There it is. Okay, right, it's up. Back to class. Let's say hello to you all. Who was first in? Of course it was. It was Anna Sousa. Hello, Anna Sousa, darling. How you doing, sweetie? Luke came second. Trini came third. Lisa came fourth. Alpha came fifth. Tubbs came sixth. Main came seventh. Cable came eighth. Alabama, man! I didn't even see that. Sorry, darling, I wasn't watching. I was too busy singing. Hello, Annabelle. How you doing, darling? My eyes are old, my wheeze are neak. Simone Biles for sure, ding dong. Oh, I know. He's got a big, thick one, hasn't he? It's like a piece of gym rope. How y'all doing? Many blessings to all of you. Welcome to the show. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Today's no different. Why? Because men have got bigger faces. Look at the difference. Have you stared at this picture long enough? Have you ingrained these into your memory and your mind? Once you do this, it becomes much more easier to spot them just by looking at the faces. There are many tells. We're going to go through the facial markers. Rectangular shaped eyes, far apart. Rounded eyes, close set look. Men have further apart, higher up eyes. Different shape to a woman's. Bigger nose, bigger teeth. Wider dental arch to match the two far apart eyes. And a square jaw to match those two big features. A woman has a sloping jaw look and a pointed chin to match the narrow dental arch and the close set eyes. However, a woman does have a 5 head, whereas a man has a 4 head. What do we mean by that? A woman's head goes vertical and then curves backwards, crowning on the top. She spreads outwards, whereas a man's comes inwards, look, like this. And it's much shorter. Excerpts of copyrighted material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching and research without the need for permission, formal payment to the copyright holder. We're done just like that. We're going to look at action stars first.
We're going after the action stars, and there is only one. This all began with an action star, really. It started with a picture of Princess Diana on a boat, and then it spread to Bruce Lee. And when I could see that Bruce Lee was a woman, I know, before you even go there, Bruce Lee's a woman. Bruce Lee's a woman! Bruce Lee's a woman to me. When I found out Bruce Lee was a woman, I sang that on my Flat Earth channel for 3 days constant. Constantly during the show, in between people talking. Every chance I got, I was just sat there going, Bruce Lee's a woman! It must have been doing their heads in that I was onto it, that I was finally onto the big one, the rabbit hole of all rabbit holes. And it started off with Bruce Lee's wonky nips. It really did. The only reason that I am the teacher I am today is because of Bruce Lee's wonky nipples. And what do I mean by that? Let's show you. We also spawned the saying Bruce Lee's School of High Wasters. Firstly, we'll start with his name, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is 2 first names, boys and girls. She's got a very feminine face, especially in that one. That's when I really started to see the woman in Bruce Lee, in the face. It was this picture, the sloping shoulders, but it was this egghead shot that really showed it off to me. I still couldn't believe it. But the clavicles are tiny. Look where the shoulder is. Look, there's the tip of the shoulder. That's what stops a bra strap coming off. It doesn't stop anything in this case, look, because the neck joins straight into the shoulder. That's why a woman's bra strap falls off her shoulders. If this was a real man, this would be here, it'd be pointing up, and the neck would sink into it. This would be the biggest point on that corner shoulder. Bruce Lee's necrotic. It's dead. It's dying. It doesn't want to be back on that chest, I'm telling you. It's a dead, necrotic, dying nipple. So I saw Bruce Lee's wonky nipples, and it was this picture, or something like this picture, that started this off. Men have symmetrical breasts, pecs. Men have symmetrical pecs. Women have asymmetrical breasts, meaning one is bigger than the other. And what I could see was one was bigger than the other. And straight away I thought of that old saying, if you masturbate too much, one arm will end up bigger than the other. And that's what I was picturing, that Bruce Lee masturbated a lot. And then I giggled, and then I thought, what are those 3 big massive lines on the inside of his so-called pec? I couldn't understand what that was. I wanted a closer look at it. So you can really see it there, look. It's all over there. It literally looks like a cat footprint or something. Right there, you see 3 big dimples. Do you see them? And I was like, what is that? It's not from the cat claws, look. He's got them there, though. And they're not bleeding. We need a close-up on that, if we can get it. Look, you can really see them 3 dimples there. It wasn't that, though. It was a full shot of his chest that I could see. It was a close-up of what I just showed you, basically. Tiny ribcage, look. Men's are slung outwards. They don't have this. Men's rib cages open wider is the simplest way to explain this to you. A woman's is more narrow because it suspends muscle to the womb to hold the baby safe. So the inside of the rib cage is not only bigger on a man, but much deeper. That's why when we saw, who did we look at? Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield rib cage. It actually looked like it was the bottom of a breast, didn't it? It was so big. Bruce Lee, we're looking for these scars. You can see it. Look, I just couldn't work out what it was. I thought I've seen plenty of blokes in my life take the top off, and I've never seen a muscly bloke. I've never stopped and thought, what's that on the middle of your chest? If you had heart surgery or something, you know, because that's what it looks like. There she is doing devil horns. Look, the freaky satanic bitch. Let's go back. It was something from here where I really got a good view of his pecs. Boobies. Oh yeah, by the way, it was also the line underneath the breasts, not just the where it showed you the size of the pec. It was this line going up diagonal. Look, I couldn't understand it because the breast, this one's smaller than that one. It should be level, right? If it was a man, it should be level, and that's what triggered it. That scar in there and this diagonal line, which these turned out to be mastectomy scars here and here. That's what I was visualising, but didn't know what they were. It was mastectomy scars that I could see. There again, look, the rippage where a scalpel, a doctor's scalpel, has torn away the muscle that joined the breast together. Bruce Lee chest. Boom, boom, boom. It was something like that where I could really see it. I see the mastectomy scars, look, there and there. And this rippage here, I was just concentrating on this. Also, the nipples are in different time zones, look. See, one's higher and lower. The wonky nips triggered me, but it was this scarring once I started looking that was really affecting me as I looked at it. And I just visualised that it was a Chinese woman. And the minute I did, I was like, oh my gosh, they're tits. That's what a young girl looks like after you've removed the tits. That's what I could see. No longer did he look the super fit fighting machine that they'd brainwashed me with. They tried, they did, to tell me that this was the super fastest man ever born. It's a woman. Don't get me wrong, she was fast. But you put her in a ring against a man and she'll get thrown all over the place. She will, by upper body strength. If she don't get thrown all over the place, her bones will break. She's got a smaller, more delicate skeleton. God made both skeletons strong, don't get me wrong, but one's designed for heavy labour and punishment. The other one isn't. It's designed for nurturing babies and loving families. A gentle. That's what women are, they're gentle. Real women, real natural girls are gentle. They don't have this violence in them that I see in all these videos. These girls that have learned to box and punch. The minute they come up against a real man, they're sparkoed. Just because this person's trained in martial arts and has taken a load of testosterone, she's still a girl. You put her in against the male equivalent, the real male natural equivalent, and she gets her ass kicked. Simple as. There was quite a few pictures that triggered me on Bruce Lee. Let's go trousers. Bruce Lee School of High Waisters. What do we mean by that? Well, women wear the trousers higher up, belly buttons higher up. So Bruce Lee wore her trousers too high. That's not a good picture, but that one is. It's a perfect example. All of this, look, above the... When's the last time you wore your trousers above your belly button, lads? I'll tell you when. Never! Thanks, Marv. Because our hips are skinnier and taller, the crease where our trousers would sit would be about on a man. We don't pull our trousers that high up. And there are many pictures of this lot. Bruce Lee's school of high-waisted trousers. We have been conditioned to looking at these. They are petite men, they really are. Bruce Lee was 140 pounds of dynamite, yeah, I'll give you that. But look at that chicken nom nom there. Look at that. She was super fit. She really was. They're not what we're looking for though. There's one picture, again look, the Bruce Lee School of High Waisters. So this is what we mean when you hear me say this saying. We're talking about trousers too high. And this goes for all of them, it's not just Bruce Lee. We've got plenty. That's why Simon Cowell, the clue's in the name, Cowell's are girls. Simon Cowell, trousers, famous for riding high. Oh, trousers. Famous for the high riding. Oh, that's someone mimicking Simon Cowell, but the same aspect comes in. Look, that the trousers are riding too high. Long leg, short body. It's a woman's fit. There's one where she's getting out of the car. That's just before that. Look how she stood. She can't stand straight. Look, where she literally looks like she's busting. Look at that. As we tiptoe through the tulips. All day long, it's a woman's step. But this is what we're talking about. Bruce Lee's School of High Waisters. Huge flaring trousers to hide the curves of a woman. Let's go back to Bruce Lee again. Bruce Lee's a woman. Bruce Lee. Right. Walking. Bruce Lee. Let's prove that it's a woman. Walking. And we're done straight away. Bruce Lee's a woman. I mean, you can take this to the bank of God and cash it in as truth. You understand? God created these skeletons. Forensics describes them in a courtroom to determine whether someone was male or female. When they find a skeleton, they use forensics. And we can tell when someone's living just by the way they walk. They cross their legs over and tilt the shoulders as they do. It's a woman. All day long. With really short arms. It's everything you know is a lie. And Bruce Lee's just one of the many lies that you believe in. What was that? Stop the bus. Oh, it's Bruce Lee with his husband. No, don't you tempt me there. I hate that. Get off. It was the neck that got me. Bruce Lee with her husband right there. We can see just by the way they run or walk, whether they're women. The 100% marker, of course, at the gate. It's the weight of someone. Bruce Lee walking. Woman. I've not seen that before. So is this one as well. The master, whoever that is. Is it IP? That might be IP man. I think it is, look. The IP man's a woman. Look at the sloping shoulders. Wide hips. They've both got pear-shaped bodies, look. Narrow, short shoulders. Bruce Lee was also a ballroom dancer. A woman learning to dance like the man's moves. And vice versa, of course. There's Bruce Lee dancing. There was a picture here that got me as well. I was just like, you're a tart. The hips on Bruce Lee, look. Pear-shaped man. And this is a Chinese man, a real Chinese man. That's a real Bruce Lee in the dress. But Bruce Lee liked ballroom dancing, strangely enough. Where's the big old gay picture of him? There's a real gay one. That might have been it, I'm not sure. There, like Robert Redford. But there you go. Bruce Lee was also a ballet dancer. The same as Tupac. Tupac did ballet. But Bruce Lee here, the final straw on Bruce Lee was the voice. When I was sat here thinking about all this information I was taking in, and all of a sudden I thought, when I get angry, because I'm a real man and I've got a deep voice, I've got 40% bigger lungs, just like a lion. The lioness growls, it's scary. When a lion growls, he's king of the forest. He's king of the jungle. You know what I mean? If I was the king of the forest. They told you in The Wizard of Oz. King of the forest has got bigger lungs, bigger mouth, bigger voice, deeper voice. And I thought about Bruce Lee's scream, and all of a sudden I was just like, oh. And I just thought, it's a woman. It really is a woman. Before I didn't remember at this point, I didn't know anything about the gates. Nothing. I knew nothing about the gates for nearly 2 years. I didn't understand it properly till I met Bevy. But before that, I only had the skulls and the bodies that I'd been trained in. I was training myself in, because none of them gave directions like I give you the directions, right? The far part eyes, the rectangle shape. They don't mention any of this. They don't want you to know the hard evidence that destroys them. It destroys them. It really does. Where's all the Bruce Lee walking pictures? Or as I like to call her, Bruce She. Oh, there she is doing the baffo look. Look at them trousers. Give me a break. Same with this one, another woman. Beefy woman, but still a woman. And there they are, telling you, look. They're telling you that they're in the club. That's what this means. It means I'm both sexes. I'm a boy girl. I'm a cowgirl, cowboy, whatever. Yeah. It's all backwards. Stable diffusion. He's got 3 legs. I swear down, AI is out of control, isn't it? AI is truly out of control. Right, where's the rest of my Bruce Lee gates? Bruce Lee Street. Let's try Street. That's it. Look at the state of that leg. That's San Francisco, isn't it? Yeah. There's Bruce von Flamingo carrying his bag like a woman. Oh, look at this. Peter, when's the last time you sat like that, Peter? Never! Nikola Tesla. I told you about Nikola Tesla and the way she sat reading the book. Exactly the same. Cross-legged woman. I just want them gates, Bruce. Where's the rest of these gates? Oh, there is one way we can do it. We'll just bring up Twitter. And we'll search Twitter. Let's get rid of Elle Macpherson and put Bruce Lee in there. 2 first names. Should come up. No. Oh yeah. Oh, they're all wearing Bruce Lee skull high waisters. Look at them. Right away across, look. They've all got high-waisted trousers. Explain it to me. Go on. Take your time. Who's that? Oh, Marlon Brando with the boobies out. Wonky. Bruce Lee nipples, look. Necrotic nipples. Tiny muscles. No bone to stop the bra strap sliding over. Let's go back. Al Capone's Bruce Lee skull of high-waisters. In shape, out of shape guy. That's what it is, look. In shape, out of shape guy. Let's go back. We're looking at, I don't know who that is, but look at the state of them trousers. Long legs, short body, tiny body. Let's go back again. Oh, that's a nice one. Bruce Lee's camel toe. Stood like a woman. Look, Bruce Lee's camel toe on show. Pretty girl. Yeah, it is a pretty girl. She's a very pretty Chinese girl, Bruce Lee. 2 first names. There we go, there's mine. Enter the Drag Queen. That's the one I was looking for, that full mince with a boyfriend. The other boyfriend, not the white boyfriend, the Chinese boyfriend. Is his name Annie? I can't remember. But there it is, there's full mince. Bruce Lee, shoulder tilt, hip twist, full mince, short arms. Her arms barely past the crotch, look. But this one, right past the crotch. He looks like he's got a penis, actually. Look at Bruce Lee's pear-shaped hips. Look at them. I outlined them for you. Look how wide she is there. She shouldn't be. It's impossible. It's a man, allegedly. Enter the Drag Queen. And there's the final one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full minces. Bruce Lee is a woman. Bruce Lee's a woman! Bruce Lee's a woman to be. Bruce Lee's a woman. And that's the end of it. There you go. Titties! Look at a necrotic nipple. It wants to die. Right, okay. Bruce Lee, go on. Let's do another one. Jean-Claude Van Damme. They love to put it in the name. Bruce Lee had 2 first names. Oh, also, Bruce Lee was born into the Tokyo. His godfather was the godfather of the Tokyo Mafia. Something like that. I can't remember. Something. Not Tokyo. I can't remember. Bruce Lee, straight, gone, bye. See you later, Bruce. Or as I like to call it, Bruce Shee. Jean-Claude, it knew what I wanted. Van Damme. There's an E on the end. It's Dame. Dame's only got 1 M. I don't care. The double M is for a 33. Educate yourself in Shimantria. We're looking at Jean-Claude's boobies again. Where's all the muscles gone? I see many men of Jean-Claude's age, and they don't look like that. Jean-Claude, really flat forehead, widest in the hairline, small high set ears, pink lips, a deep philtrum. She's got really pretty eyelashes. I can't really see them there There's your shot. Looks like John Cena. This is John Cena! It looks like John Cena. The plastic surgery, it's gone to pot, hasn't it, look? Small, high set ears, rounded eye sockets. Look at the shape of the eye socket, look. It's not closed in, look. There's no brow bone closed over the eye. When you look at a real man, you're not going to see an open eye socket. You're going to see a rectangular one. Like this. A rectangle shaped eye socket, look. Where the bone and skin overhangs the eye because the eye is deep set. It's not opened like hairs. It's all open, look. You can see the shape of the eye socket, look. And there, you can see the shape of the eye socket. Rounded. Look at the two skulls. Only one of them has big, wide, open sockets. Men's are closed in, look. Different shape because we have this cheekbone here. Women don't have it. Let's go back. They have cheekbones, but not like men's. They have small ones, look. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels, fooled everyone. He was, in his day, when I watched Bloodsport, I was Jean-Claude Van Damme mad. Absolutely mental. If someone had tried telling me that Jean-Claude was a girl after watching Bloodsport, I'd have been like, you're on drugs. But there's this problem with Jean-Claude. And this picture, when I started studying, you see, God leads me. I have been trained by all the teachers, the flip-flop ones that they sent me, who didn't give me all the information. I give you all of it, right? Everything, all the markers, everything, and all the things I learned on my own, and this was one of them. I was looking at this picture and I remember Jean-Claude doing the splits. But there was another one in Bloodsport where he does it on two chairs, and I looked at this one. There's another good picture of it. Okay. I want you to look at the position of those legs. Right, they're almost straight, but the main point I want you to look at is where she is suspending herself on. It's the ankles, look. You can really see it on this one. She's suspending herself by the ankles, look. See it? But if you look at Jean-Claude's daughter, who's his son, Jean-Claude Van Damme, daughter, what's his name? Bianca Brie. There he is. That's the one I want. There. Now, I'm going to flick between the pictures so you can see it. Can we get a bigger one than that? I really want you to understand what's going on here. There we go. So I was looking. He's massive, isn't he? He is solid. Between her and him, between the two of them, I'd sooner fight Jean-Claude because she's a woman. I would like you to notice that Jean-Claude is actually sat on a full wall or something there. It's not suspended. This one's suspended. I want to go back to the suspension picture. Look at the size of those clavicles. And the shoulders. Look at the neck. Look how big the neck is. Budgies, you could fill that with water, and budgies, small bears would bathe in it. Look. Beard bath shoulders. Let's go back. This picture. So, whilst I still remember, look at where the boy is suspending himself from the knee, look. See that? From the knee. Not from the ankles like his mother. From the knee, because we have a different separation of the hip, right? A woman is much more flexible. She can do this at her ankles, look. And she's literally bowing in the middle, which a man can't do. The best picture is when that one. Look at that. By the ankles, look. Can we get a better shot of it? Oof! Absolutely oof. By the ankles, look. Literally by the ankles and bowing in the middle. Men don't bow in the middle. Look. We go upwards. We can't bow in the middle. We have to suspend ourselves from the knees. Because otherwise, that bloke could split himself in half. He literally would. Look at the size of his arms. Look at mother and daughter. Look at that arm. Explain that arm to me over this little dinky one there. Look. Little Popeye muscles here, but that damn thing there, look at that. 12-inch long arms minimum, easy, longer than a foot, easy longer than a foot. Massive long arms, not designed for breastfeeding. Let's go back to Jean-Claude Van Damme. We're looking at Jean-Claude Van Damme doing the splits, the muscles from Brussels. And I know it's hard for you to accept that, because you've been brainwashed into thinking it's a male movie star like Bruce Lee, that a man can do the splits like this, and we can't. We cannot do it like, we can do the splits, but we can't do it like that. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Is he doing, I thought he was doing 666 there. We're done. Jean-Claude Van Damme's a woman. What we need now is some gates to show you the truth. Remove walking. Look at that diamond in there. The leg and knee and foot are swinging outwards towards 4 o'clock in rotation. That's what we mean by rotation. There's an inline footfall. There's another one with the foot and knee looking out towards 4 o'clock. Look, the husband in the background, the big old bloke. He must be in the doghouse or something. There's another one from Flamingo. Look at the state of that leg. That leg. Look at them chicken nom-noms. Look at that gate. Oh my gosh. There's only one fella there, and it's this dude here. Look how straight that body is. The rest of them have all got curves and diamonds, look. Curves, 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 diamonds, curves and diamonds. Straight lines. Look at the state of that one there. Oh my gosh. She can't walk straight if she tried. I want a really big picture of it. Go ahead. State of that queue line. She's got no chance. See, when people tell me they're surrounded by people like this is what the street would look like where you walk. You're telling me after I've trained you, you wouldn't be pissing yourself with laughter if that group, that motley crew came walking, if these were just strangers to you, especially these two, and they all came walking towards you like that, you'd end up laughing from the way I've trained you. You would. What can I say? Bruce Lee's a woman. Jean-Claude's a woman. Look at this. Look at that mince there. Look at the shoulder tilt. They're all women, by the way. Another one from Flamingo, look, with a diamond showing. It's because his knees are opening that you get a diamond. A man's, his knee would be here. You'd have a tiny little bit of light there, that wall showing. You wouldn't get the V shape. The Flamingo foot. That's it, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Another one bites the dust. And again, one more for good measure. Look at the way she walks. Arms hanging away from the body. Widest in the middle, not at the top. And of course the broken leg shooting outwards. It's a woman. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Woman. Steven Seagal. Got gal in her name. Gals are girls. Gallagher. Where are we? Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal. Straight away with a dial M for Masons in the hairline. Look, letter M. Close set, rounded. Look at it. You can see the shape of the eye socket. Look. Small ears, pink lips. Again, if someone had tried to tell me that Nico, that Nico was a woman when I was watching Nico films, I'd have laughed. But now, look at that squashy. Where's your brow bone? Look at the rounded eye socket. The tiny triangle when you draw it. 5 head, widest in the hairline. No cheekbones, no brow bone, small mouth. Where's your jawbone? Where is Seagal's jawbone? She's a big girl though, isn't she? Putin's a little girl, and she's a big girl. She's 6 foot something. But the 5 head. Look, that's in his 20s, isn't it? Nico. Oh, Steven Seagal running, if you do not know. how girls run with their elbows out. Steven Seagal running has got to be the best training video in the world of how girls run. Steven Seagal running. Yeah, look, it comes up. Excess of copyright material may under certain circumstances be quoted. Look at the way she runs. Elbows out, arms swinging. Who broke your arms though, love? Excess copyright material may be used for criticism, news point, teaching, and research without need for permission from parents of copyright holder. Bink. Let's cut the music out. So, this is a whole compilation of Steven Seagal running. Let's see if we can get that better. We can. Let's open up the picture wider so you can see this. Now, when a girl runs, her elbows are down and out. And when she tries running fast, she creates little circles with her arms and elbows. Just like this. Like a windmill. Look at her running. Even the baddies do it. Look at the arms going in circles, elbows out. Both of them have got elbows hanging away, look. And this bit coming up the hill, this is the best bit. Watch the arms. Watch. You can literally put Benny Hill music on that turn. Watch this turn. Watch this turn. Watch the way she turns, Benny. Steven Seagal running. Runs like a girl. She's got floppy arms. Why is Steven Seagal? Even if we put that in there, we might get some nice pauses in the elbows. There. Look at the elbows down and out. Look, elbows out. It's all the same. Elbows out again. Look. Who's that? Is that someone doing Steven Seagal? Look at the state of that arm. Look at that arm there. It's because of the female carrying angle that causes this, right? When a girl runs. But look, that right there is a stair fail. Look at the opening of the knees. Flamingo foot. Right there, look. Right, Steven Seagal. It's a woman. Look at the tiny face. It looks like a cyclops. Is there a GIF? Steven Seagal running GIF. Let's see if the artist has mimicked it perfectly. GIF. Yeah, show me the GIF, please. There, please let that be the GIF. Windmills! I told you to go round like windmills. Got spaghetti arms, Steven Seagal. Captured it perfectly. Whoever did that GIF, you need a medal. Spaghetti arms till the cows come home. Steven Seagal's a woman. They're all women. I'm sorry to break your heart, but they're all women. Is that real? What is she doing? Is she dancing or doing kung fu? I can't tell. It practically looks the same to me. Steven Seagal getting fat. Look at the way they've put the arms on this MTM. They love telling you. Right. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Stay in that running position. Right. Steven Seagal walking. Oh, they did capture it correctly, didn't they? There, from Flamingo. With Diamond. Explain this Diamond to me if it's not a woman. Because men walk with straight legs. Our knees don't go outwards, ever. And we certainly don't cross them over. That's not him, is it? Stable Diffusion giving Steven Seagal a full mince look. Actually, there weren't many gates on Steven Seagal, as I recall. There's a nice one there. Full mints on the red carpet from Flamingo, look. And again with a big hips, look. She was a big girl, Steven Seagal, wasn't she? Didn't she date Kelly LeBrock? Kelly LeCoq? There's another one from Flamingo. Oh, he's on a dojo there, look. Showing off his skills. There's a nice-ish one. It's in line, look. Feet akimbo. What was that one? Actually, might as well just go to my Steven Seagal and see if he's there. Steven Seagal. Open. Running again, look at this thing. Spaghetti arms. So funny. Right, my Steven Seagal seems to be missing. Why is that? Well, I'll show you. Back file. H's file. There it is. Seagal. Seagal. Search. Whilst it searches, we'll try and find a couple more gates on Seagal. Is that one? It's not very good if it is. No, you can't see it. Is that a stair file where he's covered up? That might be him in the background. Oh, it is him. Just no gate for it. Shame. She's put on some lint timber, that lass, hasn't she? She's a big girl, that one. Look at the dial M for Masons in the hairline. Look at that letter M. You see it? Dial M for Masons. Seagal, yeah. Broken foot, broken leg. See, normal people don't recognise any of this, so they can just move around in public in front of you. They could knock on your door as a social worker, which has happened to me, and you don't recognise them. I'm telling you now, right? I've got a video of Rach's social worker, the one that kidnapped him, coming around here with another, and I swear down, even me and John at the time was because we weren't trained fully. We only had partial skills. We both looked at each other and thought, is that a man or a woman? Because she was dead soft. Really soft, like an hairdresser soft. Trying to teach us about evolution. Used to be a teacher. But in hindsight, that person's eyes were very soft and close together, I'm telling you. Vin Diesel, Stable Diffusion, giving him broken leg and full mince lot, diamonds and pear-shaped hips. AI will be their downfall at this rate. Right, back file. Seagal, what you saying? Well, I've got a few. What we got? Dang it. There. Tweet. Seagal. Right, what have we got for Steven Seagal? Oh, we can use those three. I've got a running one as well. Steven Seagal. Post. Home. I'll show you the gates. There. Full mints from Flamingo. Full mints from Flamingo. Full mints. That's the older one, and then I did a newer one there. Different gates this time, nearly all full minces, look. And then the last one would be Bill. Oh yeah, Bill's fashion equals Steven Seagal in the 80s, leather jacket. Irish fashion equals Steven Seagal. Brilliant. I might as well put his gait up there, haven't we? Steven Seagal running. You run like a girl. Steven Seagal. We're done. There's Steven Seagal. Let's do another one. Jet Li. Rounded glasses of it looks a bit like Elon Musk there. Rounded glasses of a female, Benny Hill glasses, not Benny Hill glasses, John Lennon glasses, Benny Hill glasses. She's a small Chinese woman. Big, look how rounded that eye socket is. Look at the shape of it. No brow bone, high set ears, beautiful lips, Cupid's bow, pink bottom lip, look really pink, beautiful pink bottom lip. There she is, close set eyes, small dentures, high set ears with a sloping jawline, subcutaneous layers of fat. It's a rounded chin look, no shadow casting, because the point between the neck and the chin is very small. The face of a woman is smaller, so it doesn't cast a big shadow the way a man's does. Jet Li. It's just modern day Bruce Lee is what it is. There's the male counterpart there with the bigger skull, the bigger chin look, the deep set eyes, and the stronger neck. Jet Li walking. There's your first one with the broken leg, flamingo here as well. Jet Li from Flamingo. Who's that? Donatella Versace. Look at the size of that man's skull. Look at the deep set eyes. Whose eyes captivate that picture? Who dominates that picture there with the eyes? Look, the deep set black eyes looking back at you. Look. It's the male. And again. Oh, it's a nice full mins, but you say he's got bags in it on. There's not many gates. Let me have a look. Jet Li, my screen, search. Jet Li. Look at that picture with the girls with their elbows out. Look. Bink. Just like you. Just like this. Arms down, elbows out. Where are we? Jet Li. Jet Li. Search. Oh, Jet Li's been taken away as well. Ghosted my Jet Li, right. Let's put Jet Li back up there. Let me find that one. Jet in the back. No, not ads. Wrong file, Peter. That file there. H's file. There we go. Seagal. Jet. Should find it, right? Search. Jet. Searching. Whilst it searches, we'll continue looking for her gate if I can find it. Oh, there isn't any. Yeah. Jet Li. I think it found it pretty quick then. No, it didn't. Who's that? Rob Jetton. Never mind. Jetta Downs. Jeter Downs. Derek Jeter. Jeter Downs. Rob Jetton. Come on, where's Jet Li? Oh, you stink, doggy. There he is. Jet Li with his boyfriend. That's no good. Oh, there he is. There's Jet Li. Okay, now we can post that. Let's post that one. Tweet. In fact, we'll post the one with your boyfriend as well with the big arm. Gross file apart eyes. Look at the size of that mouth. Jet Li. And there's the gates, by the way. That's what I wanted to post because I couldn't find them. Let's go home. Let's open up Jet Li. So we've done gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full minces, just like Bruce Lee. He's got a small female face. Jet Li. Pretty simple. Chuck Norris is a good one. Let's put Chuck on there. Or as I like to call her, Chick Norris. Chick Norris. Chick Norris. She didn't age very well, did she? Look, can't grow a beard. All her life, pretending to be a man, still can't grow a beard. Look, the soft eyes, soft face of a woman. Look, close set eyes, no brow bone, rounded, small, close set eyes. She's got big ears for a woman. I'll give you that. Look at the sloping jawline. It's rounded and subcutaneous. Where's my shadow? It's because the chin to the neck is not very big. Women have a smaller tongue and teeth. It's a 3D effect. Everything's smaller on a woman. Small triangle. Look, she's widest in the hairline, not at the cheeks. This is where you expect to see a man's distance. In the cheeks, not in the hairline. It's 5-head, look. A vertical flat 5-head that curves at the top. Pretty simple to see. We're looking at Chick Norris, who went bald really young. Small dentures, look. There she is. Chick Norris. Oh wow, she's not aging very well at all, is she? No, she's not. Chuck Norris. We're looking for Chick's Gates. He wears high-waisted pants as well. Look, short arms. Likes to wear high-waisted pants. There's the husband. Look at the shadow casting. Look at the shadow casting. Jaw. The Adam's apple. The strong neck. The big head. All of these movie stars are married to men. Vice versa. We're looking at Chuck Norris and his cannonball-headed husband. Look at the difference. Who's got the bigger face? Whose eyes are further apart and deeper set? Look at the difference. Who's got the bigger face? Who's got the biggest head? Look how wide he is in the cheekbones. Look how wide she is in the hairline. There's nothing on the cheekbones compared to that, because the eyes are close set. Look, these eyes are far apart, bigger, further apart eyes. We're looking at Chick Norris, who fails forensics. Let's get. That was the original picture. When I saw Chuck Norris with his wife, I was just like, that's a flip-flop. That's a flip-flop, and I knew by his wife that Chuck was a woman. Chick Norris walking. From Flamingo. That's a nice running one. Elbows out and down, look like a girl, with diamonds showing in the run. Squashed, it flexes. Imagine squashing a diamond downwards, and that's what happens there. Today I was so angry. I really was. I can't wait for God. I can't wait for God to come and take all these big pharmaceuticals right out of the picture. I really can't. I bumped into an old friend today. I've known her for years. I've known her since she was a baby. I used to babysit her. That's how long I've known her, since she was like 3 years old. She's now in her 30s. She's got kids of her own. And she's just had a new one last year. He's only a year old, year and a bit. About a year and a half, nearly 2 years. But I remember the day I saw him when she was born, when he was born, Ezra they called him. I remember when Ezra was born, I saw her out, and I said, yeah, I'll bet you're proud, aren't you, Dad? To the new boyfriend. He said, yeah, I am. And I told her, don't Don't let him have any jibby jabbers. I told her. Don't let him have any. And yet, Spud's the crazy one. That's what she knows. Spud's crazy. He thinks everyone's trans. I saw him today, and he's the labelling was autistic. And I looked at her straight and I said, I'm telling you, Jess, just like when he was born, when I was born, there was no autism. Very few people had it. Very, very few. There were some Down syndromes kids around. There was a special needs place because my mum worked at it. But nearly everybody there, they called it the handicap centre. At the handicap centre, nearly everybody there was Down syndrome or MS or something, not autism. There was just no whisper. No, I didn't even know what it was. But over the years, brainwashing has conditioned me to think that it's always been around. And I don't believe it. I don't believe that Down syndrome's always been around. I think it's them. I think it's all them. I think what we believe are diseases is them. We're poisons. And today I was heartbroken when I saw him. Apparently, the only thing that entertains him is cars. She said, I can't do anything with him. I said, when did it happen? She went straight after the 12-month checkup. And what do you mean? She said, I took him for the checkup. They give him his jibby jabbers, give him that. And she said, 24 hours later, he wasn't the same anymore. He was gone. I hope that God doesn't show you mercy. I really don't. I shouldn't say it because, well, I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower of Christ. And I know Christ won't be impressed with me saying it, but, you know, I'm sick of this world. I hate this place. You know, I'm the crazy one. And now there's a little boy out there that's been afflicted by these bastards. They are bastards. There's no other word for them. It makes me furious that I know more than most people in this world. So do you. You know, because we listened, we saw the kingdom of heaven. We know that God exists, so we saw the lies, and we changed our direction, didn't we? We changed our path. We were on the narrow path, and there's not many people on it. That's the only reason that most truthers say to me, I feel lonely. It's only because there's not many of us on this path yet. I don't know how many God's going to put on this path. I really don't. I've been doing this 12 years. And it's so hard to get people to care. They only care when something affects them like that. Then they start caring. But they don't realise how all these lies, it's just the flat earth alone, they don't realise how much damage telling us we live on a ball does. It removes God straight away from most people's minds. Nah, we're in an infinite galaxy of spinning planets and stars. All lies, don't exist. There are no stars. There are no planets. There's just Earth. That's how special we are. There's no life anywhere else. It's just here. And people are like, we're in a matrix. Yeah, they constructed for us a mental matrix. Life itself isn't. Life itself is what God created. But the devil controls most people's minds. The devil's the one that inflicts the damage into this world through lying, through telling us that we're descended from monkeys, that we live on a spinning ball, that aliens are coming. You know what? If they do the alien invasion in November, because everyone's shouting it out at the minute, aliens are coming. Have you seen it? It's all over Twitter. There's a mothership just outside our solar system. It's going to be fun times, isn't it? It's going to be fun times when the UFOs get here. The lies that these people have told have made this world insufferable to most. But they put the world in this imaginary thing called debt. Worldwide. They put this debt on the world, and we're forever in it until the world... Right? This is we the people. This is why Charlie Chaplin did that speech. You the people have the power to make this world great and free again. He says it was free. Charlie Chaplin knows the past. He knows what they're going to do in the future. He knows the world was flat. He knew all of these things. And he had personal information that everything in the beginning was free. All the people that were here did it for free. And we did for a long time. Somehow, Satan got money in here. Either he did it over a slow period through gambling and bartering and all this, or there was a big wipeout and Satan got control of the world and started the world again with his regime in place. Banking, control of the people's minds, controlling the education, so if you've got control of the minds, controlling medicine, so you got control of the health, controlling the government, so you got control of everything. And that's what they've done everywhere, all around the world. They've conditioned us into believing that these things are real. Chuck Norris is not a man, it's a woman. I don't care what anybody says. I can tell just by looking in her eyes that she's a girl. I can tell by the way she walks that she's a girl. Looks a bit like Tim Allen there. I don't know why I'm seeing Tim Allen. Is that Chuck walking? That's not Chuck walking, is it? Chuck Norris and Tigger's 2 Sure, I don't know if it is. Full mints, we're done. Chuck Norris is violent. Put a towel between her hands. She's flossing, look. The shoulder tilt, the hip twist. That's why her arms are flossing, look. I love the way a woman's arms sweep past her body, especially when you walk fast. And you've got one of your arms is tied up with a bag and the other one's going back and forth. It looks so feminine, it's unreal. Chuck Norris is a woman, look. Proven by the way she walks. If you don't believe me, take a look at that gait. I've got Chuck Norris on Twitter, let me check. See if she's up there. Or have you ghosted the picture? Chuck Norris. It might not be Elon that ghosted him though, it might be the original Twitter that ghosted it. Can't blame Elon for that one. Yep, Chuck Norris has gone missing. Right, let's reapply Chuck Norris to this filter system. Oh, back file, my bad. Norris should find it. That fight that I saw in the street the other day, when he was shouting "you're all grasses" and stuff, I thought it was to do with drugs and stuff, but it wasn't. Some guy shagged someone else's missus. This is why God said, "Do not covet thy neighbour's wife." Do not covet thy neighbour's wife. It's good information, right? Tweet. Oops, come back. Chuck Norris, which one? I've got two of them. Have we only got two? I think we've only got two of them. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. There you go. And we're done. Chuck Norris. Let's do another one. Chuck Norris walking. We're done. I need another action star. Let's do Sammo Hung. Sammo Hung. I don't know if I've done Sammo Hung, you know. I think I would have done. Sammo Hung. Put Sammo in the back. Let's put Hung in the back file. Bruce Lee's counterpart, the fat one, the chubby one. She used to make me laugh. She did in all those Chinese Asian movies I used to watch. I used to love karate. I I did. I used to love watching action movies. Seen all of them. Project A, Project B. Is that him there? Sweet baby Jesus, it's a Chinese girl, look. That's a small hot dog eating mouth there, close set eyes, rounded eye sockets, no brow bone. That is just a Chinese lesbian right there, look. And there she looks very feminine too. See it again. And again, looking very feminine. Rounded subcutaneous layers of fat. Small features. Oh, she's gorgeous. Look at her there. Oh, she was very pretty. Sammo Hung, she would have been pretty if they'd left her alone. Sammo Hung. Tiny hands on the wife. Pink suit as well. And the husband, there, just like with Bruce Lee, look. Who's got the neck? Who's got a bigger face and head, look? That's just a meathead. Rounded, fat-faced. You win on the face, look. Face fills that skull. Face doesn't fill this skull, look. Sammo Hung. Walking. Let's add another one to the list. Walking. Backfire, we've got Sammo. Nothing. I don't have a Sammo. Well, there can't be any gates then. Search Sammo. This was, someone produced this picture when I was saying Bruce Lee was a woman. Not that one, there's another one where it shows his backside. And it was like, you're telling me that's a man? I was like, yeah. Even before I knew about the gates, it was more like this picture. That's a man. Yeah, that's a man. A woman. Divs. That's not the picture. It was the curved back. There was a picture of him stood the other side. And it showed a curved back. And for the life of me, I can't find it. Got it. Anyway, Sammo Hung walking. I don't think there's any gates because there's nothing in the back file for her. She's got no gates. She's not as famous as Bruce. Is that him? That's not him. It looks female though. That leg's dragging outwards, look. There's no gates. Unbelievable. Sammo Hung let me down. Street. You really don't want to give me it, do you? Is that a single mince? Not even a... Oh, is that running? That's not him, is it? That's not him. It's a woman now. Elbows out, cross legs. There's no gates. I wonder if Sean has done it. Shawnee, have you done this one? If you have, post to me and I'll nick the gates off you. Please and thanks. I can't bother to go through the videos for the gates, I really can't. Sammo Hung is just... He's famous, don't get me wrong, but he's not one of the main stars' names that I can be bothered to go looking for. Alright, that'll do me. Action stars. Done. Let's open up new list. Let me cut out some action stars. Action heroes. Action heroes. Edit. Done. Nice. Right, which one did you want first? It was Simone Biles, wasn't it? Let's add Simone Biles into the list. He's got a big old sausage as that one. American gymnast. Images. So we're looking at Simone Biles. It is a beefcake. Look at the art. Look at the muscles on him. They're not short. They're not small and skinny. Had They're not bingo wingy. He's got a big set of teeth. And he's as strong as an ox. Small but strong as an ox. And you see him doing them flips and that. You're like, oh my gosh. Simone Biles. He's packing, by the way. If we get some pictures of his penis, we'll find one. We'll see if we find one as we go through. Right, the face, let's do it. I've got the rectangle shaped eye, look. I've got a big smile. She's got small ears though for a bloke, I'll tell you that. But look at her head. It comes inwards, look. It doesn't bellow outwards. It's not an egg shape, is it? It's a blockhead. It's widest in the cheekbones, look. Not in the hairline like a woman should be. There's no dial M for Masons. It's a man's face. If we can find a picture of his penis, we'll show you it. That's as above, so below right there. I'll take that picture. Safe. Look at that smile. That is a dude. Look at the chin and jawline. Dude. Super fit dude though. Is that a penis? Dang, what's that shining there? That's getting there. It's still not a banger, is it? Wait till you see one of the bangers. You're like, what is that? It's a sausage. It's an absolute banger of a picture. That one's got a banger there, look. Is that him there? It is. All shoulders, no chest. Look at the size of that lion smile. That gets your freak on. There's one where he's stood with 5 other people and his penis is popping out his crotch. Let's just keep going first. Actually, let's put leotard. Will that come up? Leotard. Is that what they're called? I don't know if they're called them that. What is that? When your penis is shaped like a triangle. Illuminati. Look at the shoulders to the hip difference. You've got to be kidding me. There's no baby in the history of babies getting born out of that section there. There's just no hip slot. There's nothing there. You've got to be kidding me. What is that, by the way? I've got no idea. That's not the picture I'm looking for. The one I'm looking for, it's a proper sausage. It's a banger on show. Someone said to me, no, you don't understand the human body. That's a mon pubis. You're telling me the mon pubis, the pelvic bone, is shaped like a triangle? No, that's not what I'm saying, and you know it isn't. What is that one there? Oh, he's packing like as if I can't get a close up on his dick. I'll tell you what. USA female team. USA female team. No, not the football team. USA gymnasts. That's better. Right, where's the picture I'm looking for? It's one like that in them uniforms. There's like 3 of them got dingers. Look at this one. Excuse me, sir. Sir. I'm that one. Ah, woo, God. They're both packing. Don't you dare try and tell me that that's pubic hair. There is no amount of bush in the world that can push back against fabric like that. It gets squashed down by fabric, you div. It's hair. There's another one, look. Ah, woo, God. There's another one. He's packing as well. All of them have got male hips, look. Straight legs, male hips. Look, where are they widest? Beep, 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 above the crotch. Beep, 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 above the crotch. Beep, 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 above the crotch. They're all above the crotch. Because the dudes, dirty men, tucking peanut. Oh my God. Ah, wooga! Look at the side. I'm that one, look. He's packing. These are far away pictures though. We've got loads of pictures of these gymnasts with the dicks bulging. There it is. That's the one I was looking for. Right there. Somebody tell me what that is there. I'll tell you what that is. It deserves. You know what it deserves.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
My ding ding dong. My ding ding dong. If you want to tell me that that's pubic hair or a mon pubis, it's the pelvic bone pushing back. I have never, and I have been swimming thousands of times in my life in multiple swimming pools around England, and I have never once looked at a woman and thought, oh, your mon pubis is showing. Oh, you've got a big bush, mate. Never once have I thought that. It's smoother than a baby's bum down there. That's what it is. That's just cock and balls. That is. They're not even trying. That one, they didn't even tuck it. They just left it out. Have your picture taken, cock out. There's Simone. You can't really see it in that one. We've got some nice ones of Simone now. I know I have. Myself. Again, with the male straight legs, knee punching forward, look. Here, look. Straight legs, knee punching forwards, look. Dudes. They're all dudes. And they're happy. They're happy about it, look. Fooling the whole world. Whilst they live the luxury life, your children live in poverty. Well, maybe not yours. Other people's children live in poverty. And because you're selfish and you only think about yourself, you don't care. You just don't care. And it breaks God's heart. It really does. That He knows that you don't care about other children. Just children in general. You don't care about them. You care about your own to a certain extent. But then you find out the world's flat, but you don't tell them. So you don't care about your children, right? You don't. Your friends and your family come and tell you, don't listen to Big Pharma. Don't do the jibby jabbers. We get called crazy and then shit happens, you know? It's a joke. The whole world. This is the worst mental torture that anyone could ever put on me. Today, when I saw Ezra, I was mentally tortured for an hour by my own self. Why didn't you tell her? Why didn't you tell her more? Why didn't you make her look at what the ingredients are? You know, berating myself. Because these animals don't care. I'll tell you what, these people don't get no jibby jabbies. Just for natural people. State of that's just a fucking bloke. End of story. I don't care if it's got big teeth and big tits. Another one here, look. 2 dudes pretending to be women. 3 dudes pretending to be women. You do not, oh my gosh, look, wooga! You do not get a Getty image, big long arms, women with long arms, lot, and posing pouches. You don't get this unless you're in the club. There's another one there. Oh, is that the same picture? It's the same one where they got the dicks. I've seen so many of these gymnasts with the penises, the women. It's not funny anymore. What's wrong with real women? What's wrong with them? Why are we not allowed to watch women doing gymnasts beautifully? He's packing, look at that bulge. No, Peter, it's a pubic bone. Shut up. Loads of dudes, in leotards holding flowers. No, don't save. Look at the state of this. You've got to be kidding me, look. Look at that penis right there. That is Simone Biles. And his penis is on show. It's podium penis time. Simone Biles is a man. Final answer. There he is, young, look. It's a dude. I say dude, I use the term loosely. Let's go back. Actually, I just put Simone Biles in there. Right, back to Simone. Let's go walking and put him to bed. Oh my gosh. I need to keep on walking. Walking. Isn't this one married to a basketball player or something? Really tall. Like the opposite of him. The woman. She's huge. I don't know if that's the same boyfriend. Look at them. Look at the size of that shoulder blade there. Look at it. Dudes in drag. There, first gate, Simone Biles knee punching forward. It's not a good shot though. Space between the feet. Done. Right there. Game over. It's a bloke. Look at the size of him. Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Final answer. There's a stair. Is that a stair fail? He is coming off a step. There you go. That's the contrast between this little dude and his girlfriend. Straight legs, knees together. Not straight legs, look. Diamond showing. Legs akimbo, knee and foot going out towards the 8 and 4. I can do this all day because it's all of them. You understand? All of them. There are no natural people in Hollywood or sports or politics or anywhere. Any place where place of power or influence where people can influence your mind into believing a lie, they rule that slot. So when you think you're looking at the female gymnast, you're looking at the male. When you think you're looking at the male basketball player, you're looking at the females. What is that? Ah, wooga! Everywhere I look, I see penises. I get your freak on. Your girlfriend's got broken legs on a wedding day, Simone. Has he got a full mince for me? Let me tell me this is a full mince. Oh, it's there. Give me that full picture. There's the full mince right there. As if they've cut his legs off. No, don't take me there. That is the full picture, Peter. Gutted. As if they've cut his legs off. That's a wedding day mince look. Okay, let's just put wedding in there 1 second. I'll come back to walking. I want that picture if I can find it. I want the full mince though. Broken leg, broken leg. Broken leg. That one picture that I want is not there, look. Is that mum? That's Simone Biles' mother mincing down the aisle with him. Isn't it mental? Look, the mother turns up in a suit, a green suit on the wedding day. I bet all she wanted to do was be dressed in white. You're not allowed to wear white at a wedding. Only the bride wears white. That picture is not there. You wound me. The wedding day mince. And it's a beautiful one as well. It's not there. Gutted. Yeah, but what is that? With fair over her shoulder. What is this? Look at the state of them two. What has the world come to? Seriously. You know, this is what really gets me, this bollocks here. Where is it? This bollocks here. There are children starving in this world. There are people homeless. There are people sick and dying. And yet, these mofos parade around in this lavish lifestyle with $100,000, $200,000 diamond rings. There are people in this world who won't even earn $2,000 in their life, probably. It's a joke. It is. They've made inanimate things valuable. The only thing of value here is us, people. We're the only thing of value on earth. When mankind realises this again, maybe we'll start looking after each other again. Walking. I can't believe I didn't get that full minutes. It's a shame. Right, Simone Biles, let's finish you off, you div. Is that a broken leg? They've all got this broken leg. It's a ritual. It is. Absolute ritual. The broken leg. There are nut jobs out there that'll tell you he's been to Guantanamo Bay and now he's not alive anymore. They've offed him. And they're wearing tags inside the boots. What a load of bollocks. What an absolute crock of shite. It really is. It's the Mason bollocks with the one leg rolled up. I don't believe in none of that nonsense about the, what do they call it? Witness protection program. Tom Hanks is on the witness protection program and all this. It's just bollocks. There, right there, game over. Rule number 1 in forensics, if you don't know it by now, you should, is to watch the knees. Men walk with straight legs, knees together and a space between the feet. Women's knees open when walking or descending stairs. That's the difference. See it? Straight legs, open legs. Bollocks, where's my gate? Did I pass it? Was it going too fast? I wasn't paying attention. I'll see it this time if it comes up. Oh, it was yesterday, wasn't it? It was today. These are all the penis pictures we found last night, look. Ellen McPherson. That's a belter. Naomi Campbell's penis. Look at that. Go on, try and tell me that's a mom pubis. I dare you. And that wasn't Claudia Schiffer. It was Bridget Bardot with his danglies, with his sausage out. It was Bridget Bardot, you're right. My bad. My eyes are old. There we go. So, when a man walks, he has straight legs. This is me, by the way. Straight legs, a very thin slice of openness. Not a diamond look. No diamonds anywhere. No keen diamonds anywhere. Just straight legs. All taken from a video. The video's on this channel. Go watch it. Men walk with straight legs, knees together, and an isosceles triangle. A straight line almost between the legs. Are you seeing it? Straight legs, isosceles triangle, a full triangle, or a diamond, whichever one you want to use. It's real simple to see these liars in an instant, but you got to practice. Don't take my word for it. I want you to learn this for yourself so that no one can lie to you. And if I tell lies, you'll know I'm lying by the way I've trained you, right? I stick to forensics and forensics only. It proves everything you need to know. There's Simone Biles, right? Who was next after that? Was that Anna Sousa's request? I think it was, wasn't it? Oh, I can't see the top of the chat anymore. Gutted. I don't know who was next. Let's go. Right, Steve McQueen. We did Steve McQueen the other day. I'll tell you what, I'll just do Robert Redford. Robert Redford. There we go. Robert Redford. Oh, I've cut out Simone Biles. My bad. Let me cut Simone out. Did I go ranting? I did. I started ranting, didn't I? My bad. Simone Biles, 20 minutes. They're not usually that long. Sorry, my bad. Simone Biles. Save. Right, back here. Robert Redford. Steve McQueen. We did him the other day, didn't we? Someone got me to do Elon last night, and we'd already done him. We had. Bore me. Robert Redford. That's it. Images you did. My mum loves this one. Sundance. Butch and Sundance. In her heyday. The close set eyes, the soft face. Where's your Adam's apple and your trachea? You've got a Getty seal right on your name there, look. Getty seal says you're on the list. Is that his husband? There they are. Butch and Sundance. Doing the Masonic Claw lot. Paul Newman. We've got to do that one as well. Robert Redford, Paul Newman. The new man. Robert Redford will do first though. There's a good picture of him with Dustin Hoffman, I think, Minson. And there she is. Wow, that looks like JFK, don't you think? Is it JFK I'm seeing? I think it is JFK I'm seeing. A little bit of Ron Howard as well. Two first names. Close set eye, small triangle, pink lips, high set ears, flat forehead. We're looking at, excuse me, Robert Redford. Failing forensics on the skulls. We'll go back again. Walking, Robert Redford. Let's put you on the list. There's your starter for one. From Flamingo with a Getty seal. Broken leg lock. There's a full mince. Good night, Roberto. Should I say Roberta? That's a real Roberta. A real one. You listening, Roberto? That's a real Roberta. Ski with legs when walking, look. Look at the size of these hands down here, look. Another inline footfall there. Can't quite see it because of the suitcases. The long legs of a woman. The small feet. Look how small that shoe is. He looks like he's got doll shoes on. Right, so inline footfall yet again, look. Inline footfall. That's it, right? You don't need any more. Robert Redford's a girl. Proven by the way she walks, look. The way she carries her bags and her shopping. The close set eyes. And the husband that she bought. Oh, I'm married. Whatever. Is that Barbara Streisand? Barbara Streisand. Yeah, Robert Redford, there you go. Robert Redford's a girl, thanks for playing CSI. Let's open the next one, Paul Newman. The new man is a woman. Let's edit that one out, Robert Redford, 1 second. Is it Retford or Redford? Oops. Forward. That one. Let's see if it's not coming up. Robert Redford. Redford. That's the right. Yeah. I'll just take it. Give me that. Copy. Right, Robert Redford. Let me just get rid of Simone Biles. That's better. There you go. Robert Redford. 3 minutes 25. Perfect. Robert Redford. Create. Next, Paul Newman, the new man. Another one of my mum's favourites. Images. Done right there. Dusted. Look, first picture. See you later, Paul Newman. Let's go back to Paul Newman's face first. He was in the Navy. He was in the Army. He shot millions of Germans. It's all bollocks. None of them saw war. She's had a chin implant. She's got the beautiful lips of a woman, the soft, beautiful eyes of a woman as well. Tiny ears, no cheekbones, No Adam's apple. V-shaped clavicles. And of course, she walks like a duck. Let's do the face. Widest in the hairline, rounded eye sockets look, close set eyes, high set ears, no cheekbones, the small mouth, pink lips, and of course, a subcutaneous layer of fat all around the face, softening the jawline look. Pudgy cheeks. Even when I'm overweight, I don't look like that. My bones are still big, you know. Oh my gosh, look at that mastectomy. Scarring on both sides, look. Necrotic nipples. But that is a deep wound right there. And so is this one here. Real deep wound. No shoulders, look. No meat, no muscle. Because this is a breast that's been... It's like letting a car tyre down. It's like letting an inner tube on a bike down. The skin was pushed outwards and wants to go back to that position but can't. Arnold Schwarzenegger now has got a perfect example of this saggy boob that Paul Newman's got here, but it's much deeper. It's like the actual breast itself is concaved. A ford is a river, right? A red ford, so that'd be a red river. Rivers of blood. Biblical, it's always biblical. There's a picture of Paul. Is that the one where he's dancing? Look at those pins. I like your little girly white socks as well. There's a picture of him dancing here. Is it this one? It is. Where's the picture of them both dancing? And she has got such an ass on it. Look at those Bruce Lee School of High Wasters. Wait till you see Paul Newman's ass. Oh, I just saw one-eyed symbolism. Where was that? You caught my attention. There. Tell me you're a Satanist without telling me you're a Satanist. Paul Newman dancing. Look at the size of her arsehole. Arse here. Watch. Look at that. Tell me, which one of these twos has got a chicken? Look at that. It literally looks like he's stuffed a basketball into his trousers. Absolutely no butt and hippage look. And that, look at that chicken nom nom. That is just... I would motorboat Paul Newman's ass. I would. I'm just putting it out there. She's sexy. Paul Newman's really sexy. And look at me doing as above, so below. Pair of freak show Satanists. But if you want to tell me that men have got asses like beach balls like that, you have got to be kidding me. Look at this dude. Look at the neck on him. Yeah, Paul Newman dancing. Size of that backside. Right, Paul Newman. Let's get your gates, Paul. We're looking at Paul Newman's shoulder tilt, full in line, with diamond, inline footfall. Woman, man on the right. Oh, look at that. Tell me you're a woman without telling me you're a woman. Look at that inline footfall. Everywhere we go, oh, people want to know, oh. Yep, arms akimbo. Sloppy titties again. Is that you mincing there? Who's that? That's not Paul Newman, but there's Paul Newman. Look at that mince there. I've got a flamingo foot in the background by the look of it. We'll go back again. Do you know what? I really like that picture. I'm taking it. I'll do something with it. Pause. Right. There's another one there, look. Full mince. Look at it. He's not trying to get out of the way of dog poo. He's not passing in between something. You're listening, Roberta. Roberto. Sorry, called you by the wrong pronoun. Anytime you want, you can put your face in your gate up so we can all have a good ganders at you. Isn't the one where he's dressed as Cool Hand Luke doing a good mince as well? I'm sure there is. I really like Cool Hand Luke. It was a good. I love prison films because I grew up in a juvenile delinquency state of mind. And we're out of pictures. Paul Newman is. Look at the Bruce Lee School of high-waisted trousers. We're done. As you can see, Paul Newman is a woman. Clint Eastwood, that's a good one. We haven't done Clint. Well, we have, but we haven't done him since I started doing all the celebrities in it. Clint Eastwood. It's a good choice. Who's that? Paul Newman. Let me just cut Paul Newman out. With his mastectomy scars. Paul Newman. I hate that one. The keyboard don't work. Man. Capitals. Bink. Right, Clint Eastwood. CE. 33 father in the girl's name. We're looking at Clint Eastwood. Some good pictures of Clint coming up. I've got a small triangle, subcutaneous layers of fat around the face, look. The high set ears, the close set eyes. I've got dial M for Masons. You can see the letter M, right? You do see that hairline? She's widest in the hairline, look, not in the cheekbones. When looking at a man's face, bear in mind that the widest part of his face is below his eyes. It's not up in the hairline, that's a woman, look. A woman's head bellows outward, creating this beautiful letter M. Men's don't do that at all because we've got short foreheads. And that right there is a woman's forehead. Dial M for Masons. Wide head, narrow cheeks, narrow jaw. Get your seal of approval on Clint. Tells you that you're looking at a woman. There's a couple of pictures I want to draw to your attention. Where's the first one? Telephone. See if we can find that one first. There it is. That one. For those of you that don't notice this, I'd like you to look at the small hand holding the telephone, and then I'd like you to look at the big hand holding the pants. Actually, let's take that picture. Let's have a look. Whilst we're at it. Photo forensics. Let's see if it's real. Or it's been tampered with. Find. Google search. Photo forensics. Choose a file. Downloads. Clint Eastwood. Upload file. Brink. Oh, that looks like it hasn't been messed with. It's all white, look. When it's been messed with, you get a rainbow of colours, usually, around that area. It might be because he's naked, though, I don't know. Well, skin showing rather than clothes. But that actually looks real. But I still can't explain why that bottom hand is so big and the little hand is so small. There's something very strange going on there. Right, let's get back. Pants. Bruce Lee's School of High Waisters. Look at the size of it. There's another one somewhere where he's topless outside though with some so-called women. I think he's lifting weights. Clint Eastwood. Gym. Exercise. He looks like Christopher Reeve there, Superman, when he was doing it. He's got the Tesla chest. I need a pigeon chest. Ooh, 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 ooh. Clint's quite tall for a girl, though, isn't she? I always wondered why she had that body shape, this pouch. When I watched Any Which Way You Can, or Any Which Way But Loose. I always wondered why he looked like that, and now I know. That's not him, is it? Is it Eck? I don't see much bone on that person though. And why is she widest below the crotch? There. It is, it's widest below the crotch. Let's go back. There, that's what I'm looking for. This picture with the dudes. 3 strong men, look, and a girl in the middle. There, given away by the way she walks, look. With a pair of dudes with bowling ball heads. And that is what testosterone does to a tall woman, look. Look at the hot pants. What is going on with them boxer shorts there? Tell me. What man wears his boxer shorts to his belly button? Tell me, fellas. We're looking at Clint Eastwood, who Scott Eastwood's the girl, by the way, as well, his daughter. That one. Is that Scott? No. I don't know who that is. Is that Clint Eastwood? Oh, it is Clint Eastwood. She's got the bubbers out. Oh, where's that golf picture with Jack? What's his name? Golf. Look at the state of this. Golf, if I can find it. Some like it hot. Look at those golf. Look at the size of them trousers. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. Is that the right pictures? That could be the right set of clothes. Something like that. I don't think he had a jumper on. There! Look at this! Look at the size of that womb! Long legs, short body, Bruce Lee's skull of high-waisted trousers. They probably come right up here somewhere. Someone says to me, it's because he's old. It's got nothing to do with age, to do with the skeleton that she's sporting. But right there, that tells you everything you need to know about Clint Eastwood. It really does. Right, we've done the skull check, right? With the dial M and the closer eyes. What we need now are some walking pictures on Clint Eastwood. That's come up 3 times this week, that picture. Full mince from Flamingo. That's got to be one of the best pictures of Clint Eastwood mincing in the world. In army uniform. Not much difference from the Queen's Guard, is it? There's a couple of Clint like this, but that has got to be one of the greatest ones in the world of Clint Eastwood. Mincing. If you can't see it there, then you must see it there. You've got no choice. Open. Clint Eastwood climbing a bridge. I've got a diamond, it's not clear. Diamond again, look. Mincing as the nameless man. Look at the broken leg. Look at the shoulder tilt. I like your poncho though. Yes, I wear a poncho. I've got a poncho P. The amount of places I go. Even when I'm walking in the woods and stuff, when I hear from a distance, "Hey, Mexicano!" I hear it all the time. Mincing, I don't know who that is. From Flamingo. I'm from Flamingo. Another one there, look. All 4 are women, look. Clint Eastwood with the ski whiff legs, the shoulder tilt, leant into the wall. Look how she leans forward. And again, there, full mints leaning into the water. Look at the size of those hips. Childbearing mama hips. And one more. Right there, full mints. I know his feet out there, air feet out there, but you don't need them, do you? You don't. We're done. Clint Eastwood is biologically female, proven by the way she minces. You can argue this point, but all photos are admissible in courtrooms. Clint Eastwood, final answer is a woman. Next. Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera. Oh, that's a dude. Final answer. Let's open up this one. Paul Newman is the last one. Yeah, you big rump. Clint Eastwood is the next one. Come on, mouse. There it is. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. Copy. Done. Right, Christina Aguilera is the next on the list. Images. Is that him now? Life hasn't been very kind to me lately. Well, how it started, look. How it went. And how it's going. Look at the state of that. Skinny, bony man. Long arm. Look at the size of those cheeks. And the mouth. Mouth's big. But Christina, well, let's have a look at you. A short, sloping forehead. They've arched the eyebrows, but the brow bone's still there. I've got low set ears, look. Earrings in line with the lips. They've feminised the chin. That's about it, really. Long neck, broad shoulders. It's a man. It's definitely a dude in drag. Look at the state of it. Taxi for Poncho. Imagine that turning up as your date on a first date. Hi, my name's Christina. Yeah, see you later, Christina. I've definitely done Aguilera, that's for sure. I don't need to check it. I've got a picture of his. Is it? Oh no, I don't think it's his penis. I think it's something running down his leg. I can't remember what it is. Someone said it's fake tan because he's sweating. The fake tan's running down his leg. I don't know. Anyway, that looks like death warmed up. It really does. It looks like The Walking Dead. Don't tell me that's pretty in any way, shape or form. That is not a woman. It's not even close to being a woman's charm. The grace and beauty that I see in women's faces now, because I'm trained forensically, it changes the way you look at people. Well, women, for me, women, and you'll change the way you look at men. Look at the small mounted face. Look how low down it is. Look how much five head is showing. Then here, bowling ball head look with the long chin, the low set large ear, the big mouth, the deep set eye and the short sloping forehead. Pink. There's another dude. We did pink already, didn't we? Right, Christina Aguilera walking. Christina Aguilera. Failing forensics. Let's take that first gate. We'll start with that one. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. Woman here. Look at the soft, limpy wrist, the bodyguard. The big bodyguard is a woman. Pear shape, left the leg behind and the hip look. Small sloping shoulders. Next is another one. Legs look. The girlfriend. And again with the straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. That one looks a little bit odd. A little bit of a diamond going on in there. That one. Very similar look, not the same. Christina Aguilera. Major problems with that picture. Won't go into it. Jimmy Kimmel's Alley. It is Jimmy Kimmel's Alley. Oh, I just can't see it. It's a shame. Your girlfriend's knees apart and your knees together. And again, straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Is that hailing Satan? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's pretty close, not sure. Christina Aguilera walking. Oh, I've got walking up I have. Why is it not giving me more walking pictures? There's one. Is that him? That doesn't look like him, does it? Oh, film. Oh, he's in a film, that's why. Christina Aguilera. It's a dude, final answer. Any more gates? High heel shoes on. Why are they all up and above him? Each one, look. There's a nice one. Right there. Good night, Christina. Thanks for playing CSI with me though. Christina Aguilera. Failing. Forensics. Can't really see it. From the rear you can. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. Look, the foot and the knee is not opening. Look, there's no diamond there. It's an isosceles triangle. Look, thin, long triangle. I believe we're done. I don't need any more. The final one, that'll do it. Oh, he's not walking. Gutted. Let's find one where you're walking. Done. Game over. Mince on the left, straight legs on the right. Look. Christina Aguilera. Failing forensics. AC, by the way, in reverse. Antichrist. Copy. Close that. Open up the new one. Who's next on that list? Kelly Clarkson. No, not famous. Demi Lovato. Rihanna. That's a request. Rihanna. Add the last one to the list. Cut and create. Christina Aguilera. Paste. Create. Right, next. Rihanna. He's got a wide face, hasn't he? One-eyed symbolism right there. Worshipping the devil. Rihanna. Big brow bone. He's had his chin feminized. He's still got a short forehead. He's got a massive skull. Like Rihanna really does have a big skull. He's got a big hand. What am I talking about? Look at the size of that hand. Look at the length of this jawline. Women do not get these long faces. The chins do not protrude past the forehead. It's behind it. He looks like a bloke there, doesn't he? 1,000 yards stare, look. Somehow they give him a really deep philtrum though, look, and a cupid's bow. You don't see that on men. I think that's major surgery, look. It doesn't look right, it doesn't look natural to me, that cupid's bow. It's these white lines either side of it, it just looks unnatural. Rihanna, it's a dude. Under my umbrella, Ella. Flat shoulders and clavicles, look, strong neck, massive bowling ball skull for a head. He really does have a big head, Rihanna. It's massive. Big male skull. Rihanna, skull checked. Let's get him walking. Why did that not go in? Walking. Oh, I need a new key. Sick of everything breaking. Straight legs. Needs to have a space between. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. One. There's another one there. Straight legs. Needs to have a space between his feet. He's trying to walk like a woman, but can't pull it off, look. They can't create the diamonds, look, because they've got straight legs. The knees stay together instead of separating. So when they do fake the walk, it's the diamond that's missing, look, every time. The flamingo foot is missing. Who is that? That's a mega... Is that Rihanna's girlfriend? It's got to be. There's your diamond in the bodyguard, look. In satin, really? Give me another look at this. Has he got a dick on this one? I love it when they wear satin dresses. If they haven't tucked it away properly, it's on show. No. Rihanna's had a baby. Don't even get me started on babies. I'm telling you, you divs. Go look up FTM pregnant and then get back to me. Look at this. It's an absolute joke, an insult to women, that this man parades around with a plastic, it is plastic, it's rubber, you know what I mean, a rubber belly in plain sight. Moon bumps, they call them. Look them up. They see, this is the part that tells me that you're mentally ill. You walk around for 9 months changing this belly's size, and you know oh, what the what's that? I didn't touch that remote. Why is that coming up? What's it mean I'm listening? The Chinese are listening to me through a projector. I don't know what that was. Right. I'm looking at Rihanna with his prosthetic moon bump. This tells me that you're mentally ill. That you know you're a man, pretend to be a woman, and then you pretend to get pregnant. It's got to be the biggest insult to all women ever, because only a woman can get pregnant. Final answer. Absolute final answer. Only females give birth. Full stop. And this is mental illness. Moon bump. If you don't believe me, look. Moon bump. And this is what they wear. You can look them up. They use them in cinema anyway. But they've got 4 stages of a pregnancy, lot. This is a multinational industry. It's worldwide, and they earn millions upon billions off prosthetic bellies. Who the fuck is buying plastic bellies? Who? Tell me. How can this be a look, they come in different colours. How can this be a multinational business? Unless loads and loads and loads, and I mean millions of them, millions of men are pretending to be pregnant around the world. The most famous moon bump incident would be Meghan Markle. She went into the venue holding a baby at baby height, look, and then when she came out of it, it was gone. It fell down. The moon bump, literally, look, it should be there, but it fell down to here. There's another picture of it at her knees. There it is. The moon bump literally fell off him. The moon bump fell off him and fell down to his knees. Allegedly. Of course, they do all this on purpose. It's all done on purpose. They're mocking you. They're literally taking the piss. But if you don't believe me, look, these are moon bumps. That you buy 4 of them for £250. I don't know, $400. And for $400, a man can walk around pretending he's pregnant. And it fools people. It truly does. You know, I was thinking about Amanda. And Amanda must have worn one of these to fool my girlfriends, who we also went to school with, the real ones, Christy, Lisa, Catherine, etc. He must have worn one of these. I should have asked Christy when I saw her, did you ever see him pregnant? Did you go and visit him whilst he was pregnant? I should have asked these questions, and I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to know from Christy, did you know that Amanda was a boy? And just by the look on her face when I asked this question, and she knew it was a bloke, she said, no, I didn't. No, I didn't know it was a bloke. Which makes me happy. Means that Christy is one of my real friends. Because I told her, I said, Christy, I've known you all your life. I'm not here to tell you lies or hurt you in any way. I'm not crazy. I wish I was crazy. The world is flat, Christy. I told her the world is flat, Christy. And your best mate that you've probably had showers with or showered in front of, changed your clothes. I know that all, because they all around, they would all change clothes in front of each other, topless and that. And you've got Manda sat watching you all. You see, these are the things, the parts that you're not thinking about when you say, oh, I don't really care if Amanda's a bloke. Well, you should do. Because he sat and watched you get changed in changing rooms while you were swimming and stuff. Moon bumps. Pregnancies don't exist. It's a bloke with a moon bump. Firstly, it's too high up. That's the problem for me. Straight legs. Knees together. Space between it. Hello? Size 15 shoes on the runway. Trying to walk like a woman. Knees stay together. Where's the diamond? Where's me diamond, look? Why is your knee not opening upwards? Why is it pushing forwards? It's a man trying to walk like a woman. Let's go back. And again, final answer. Rihanna is a man, straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Final answer. Final answer. We're done. Let's go out next. Toffer Grace, never heard it. Matthew Broderick, that's a good one. Tim Allen did it the other day, don't wind me up. Matthew Broderick. Let's cut the last one out. Rihanna. Create next. We're looking at Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Cameron. Look at Cameron now. When Cameron was in Egypt's town, let my Cameron go. When Cameron was in Egypt's town. Straight out of the Bible again. They love to tell you, don't they? They love to tell you that it's the truth. You won't believe it. Images, Matthew Broderick. Very girly there. Very girly. I see it straight away. He looks like my brother's wife. He really does. He looks like lol. Sarah Jessica Parker is the man. Look at Matthew Broderick's pink lips. Rounded, close set eyes. Look at the five head. Look how wide the skull is and not the cheeks. Look how small and high up the ears are. Look at the pink lips. They've removed the philtrum and Cupid's bow. But we've got a soft, subcutaneous jawline with no trachea and no Adam's apple. He reminds me a little bit of, am I seeing Stephen Colbert? It's not Stephen Colbert, it's someone else. But this would be the famous film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. When I moved into foster parents for the first time, because I was impoverished, we never had a video recorder, and I started watching videos. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I loved it, I did. I watched it so many times. Like all kids, we wanted to be our movie stars. We wanted that life, the day off school. We wanted all these things. Getty Images, game over. Sarah Jessica Horseface versus Matthew Broderick. Short sloping forehead, tall, flat, five head, widest in hairline. Small mouth, big mouth, deep set eyes, close set, soft, forward pushed eyes. The woman, the man, whose eyes are striking you the most? Who's got the biggest mouth? Who's got the biggest nose? Look at that nose. He must be from that country I'm not allowed to mention. We're done. Look at the state of that man face. Sarah Jessica Horseface, right there. Matthew Broderick. Is Broderick a first name? Isn't it, Broderick? Yeah, it is. Two first names. MB, by the way. 33. 3 and a B. 2 3s. Matthew Broderick. I'll tell you who he looks like. I'll tell you who he looks like. Elon Musk. Can anyone else see Elon Musk there? Well, let's go back. Matthew Broderick walking. I don't know how many gates there are for Ferris. Let's have a look. Oh, there's quite a few. There's one. Ski with legs. It's not a good shot. Abbey Road. Crossing the road there. There's a full mince. Matthew Broderick. Game over. Look at the diamond flat forehead. There's another one from Flamingo. No, it's female Bigfoot, sorry. There's another female Bigfoot. There's another female Bigfoot. Oh, we keep getting Bigfoots here. Is that you on the left? It is. Full mince. Look at the hips. Sarah Jessica Parker pretending to be pregnant, look. In dungarees. What with them size feet, mate? Another one from Flamingo. And there from Flamingo. Knees together. Knees up. Look at the diamond. Diamond, no diamond. Because the leg is straight and the knee is punching forward. This is not a straight leg and the knee is in rotation. Power of forensics is impressive, isn't it? And there you go. Game over. The full mince, the real full mince. And that's Sarah Jessica Parker. Trying to walk like a woman. Knees together. Is that another one there? What's that? Oh no, it's Sarah Jessica. There's another one. Dude. I can't tell if that's a dude or a girl. That's looking dudeish. It is. But the foot's kicked out a bit. I don't know. But there's me mince right there. Sarah Jessica. Trying, Sarah. You can try, but then on the next picture, you've totally lost it. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. Look how the foot is dragged inwards. We're done, right? Matthew Broderick's a bitch. Thanks for playing CSI. Game over. And one more. Matthew Broderick in full mince. Sarah Jessica Horseface marching like a man. And we're done. Matthew Broderick fails forensics next. Do. Rihanna, Alicia Keys. That's a request. Alicia Keys. Big old dude. He's got a weird shoulder. This one. I'll show you the picture in a second. Got a really weird shoulder. Matthew Broderick. There you go. Matthew Broderick. Create. Next. Right. Alicia Keys. Is that Jaden Smith? Or is that his daughter? Maybe it's his daughter. Images. So look at Alicia. This is the shoulder I'm talking about. Explain to me. You can see the full male clavicle here. Look at the length of it. 9 inches, right? Like mine. Big, thick clav. But this one, look. It only goes in about 3 or 4 inches. Look, and then it stops. I don't know if they tried to take out a bit of his shoulder. Because apparently, I don't know if it's true, but there's a surgery that men have where they literally, about this position as well, they cut out an inch of the bone and then fuse the bone back together, shortening the clavicles, giving the hourglass appearance. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if that can be done. I've seen so-called footage of it, but it might be not real. It might be Hollywood that I'm looking at, just a movie. But there's a big enough place to put a Mama's spicy meatball in there. Look at the short sloping forehead. It's not widest in the hairline, it's widest in the cheeks, look. See how a man's head draws inwards? See it? And that's exactly what this does here, look. His head draws inwards, look. Whereas a woman's bellows outwards. Blossoms. Let's go back to there. It looks like he's had that surgery done, but I don't know. We're in La La Land. Sorry, we're in my theory that he tried to have his collarbone shortened and they messed it up, and that's why they left this one alone and only did surgery on this one. I've got no idea. Maybe there's a story behind it. I've got no idea. That looks like Andrew Tate. Why is this egghead on the right looking like Andrew Tate? Because it's a female skull, that's why. And matey boy here has got the male skull with the wide ass cheekbones, lot. The short sloping forehead. And a long neck, of course. I'll put you any money that Roberto's neck looks like that. That looks like Roberto. If he's from Brazil, Roberto looks like this. I'll put your money on it. A skinny bloke. A skinny bloke with inflatable tits. Alicia Keys. I used to like Alicia Keys. I used to like a lot of these people. And now I know they're all part of a worldwide scam. An absolute scam. Against the whole world. Hiding God. They don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to be part of the truth. Even when you think you found the truth, they're still lying to you. So, you know, I just discern the truth. That's what you got to do. And I do it using forensics. So that I can use it against everybody I meet. And I do. I'm telling you now, nobody gets in front of my eyes anymore without getting checked. Everything gets checked. The eyes, the ears, the shoulders, the fingers. I'm up and down. I'm like RoboCop checking everything. Beep, 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 beep. Right, Alicia Keys. I see a man. It is a bowling ball. It is a man. What am I on about? It's a man, full stop. In makeup. With the long jawline. Oh, don't take me there. I hate it when it takes me there. With the very long jawline and chin, which over protrudes the forehead, which is sloping backwards. They feminised it. They have feminised it, but it's still a man regardless. You can't change the skeleton. They wish they could. They really wish they could separate the skull. Right. Alicia Keys. So look at him. Getty seal, straight legs, knees together. He's trying to, no, he's just walking normal there. He's trying to walk like a woman there though, look. But why are his feet forward? Why are his knees forward? Why are his legs straight? I've got hiccups. Because you're looking at a man. Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Final answer. Alicia Keys. Straight legs, knees together, space between. But what about this bit? It's called a Brazilian bum lift. It's not correct. It's still not the pear shape you're looking for. When you see pear-shaped hips, this bit here that I'm seeing there is down here, well below the crotch. It's a chicken nom-nom. It doesn't look like this. And of course, the legs are straight. Legs give it away that you're looking at a man with a Brazilian bum lift. Is that another one? Oh my gosh, he's put some timber on there. Oh, he's pretending he's had a baby, that's why. He's put the weight on to pretend that he's had these babies. No, he ain't got rid of his pregnancy weight. Shut up, you tart. Look at that face in that kneecap. I see a demon. Demon with horns in the kneecap. It's straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. It's a man, final answer. We could do this all day, but I'm not going to because Alicia Keys is a man, final answer. Let's get rid of Alicia Keys. Dink. Open up the next one. John Krasinski, not famous enough. Emily Blunt, not really famous. Ed Helms, no. Ice Cube, that'll do. He's famous. Ice Cube. I want the big names. I want the big names first. Let's put this one up. Who was that? Alicia Keys. It was Alicia Keys. Wait till you see this one's wife. It's a porn star. He's a fucking bloke. Coco, they call him. Alicia. It is Ice Cube that's got the porn star husband, isn't it? Alicia Keys. Now, a lot of you are going to be in shock that porn stars are men, and the men with the big willies are women with... They're either hermaphrodites or they're using prosthetic willies or they're using robo penises. You have to look up all the surgeries that go along. What they do is they take a 10-inch piece of skin off a woman's arm or leg or back, somewhere where it's concealed, and then they roll it up into a Greggs sausage roll. They put a titanium rod up the middle of it. They connect 2 testicles, which are actually air pumps, and you pump the testicles, and the rod inside the sausage roll inflates, giving you this, what can I call it? Tacky sausage roll. There is a porn star out there, I'm not kidding you, there's a porn star from England. It's a new one. Someone said have a look at his dick punch. So I had a look, and I was just, I wish I could show you it. It literally looks like, you know when you see these videos when they've got a chicken and they get the water hose and inflate the chicken so it's pumped up with water. It looks like a penis it looks like a sausage roll that's been pumped up with what? It must be, I'm not kidding you, it must be like 10 inches in circumference. I'm not talking length, I'm talking circumference. It's the ugliest penis I've ever seen in my life. I can't remember what the porn star's called, but oh my gosh, it's disgusting. Right, open up, images. Ice Cube, the rapper. Right, Ice Cube, it's a woman. This one was in the CIA or whatever, when it works for the CIA, I don't know. Soft eyes, look at the arched eyebrows on her. The small mouth, the cupid's bow, the pudgy nose, the high set ears, the subcutaneous layers of fat everywhere. All around the face. All around the face. It's a woman. She can grimace all she likes, but it's a woman. They fooled you by pulling these faces. By scowling at you. Clint Eastwood scowling. Fooled the whole nation of men into thinking he was a real tough cowboy. Gunfighter. Ice Cube. It's a woman, final answer. It's a small triangle. And I know she's got a flat 5 head when you get to see it. There it is. Widest in the hairline, not in the face look. Ice Cube rapper walking. In the one on the beach with his tits out. Wait for this. Wait till you see this picture on the beach. I'll put it in a second. There's my diamond. That shouldn't be there. There's my full mints. There's the husband. No, that's the son. Oh no, it's wife, Kim. Oh, he's got a new wife. Straight legs. Knees together. Space between the feet. Full mints. Pear-shaped. Shoulder tilt. See it? Ice Cube is a woman. As much as you can't accept it. It's a female. Look at that inline footfall. He's not stepping out the way of dog poo. He's not trying to get through somewhere. He's in an open space, look, tiptoeing through the tulips. Well, I say him. It's a she. It's a shim. They're all faking it. Ice Cube. Is it Ice Cube who's got the porn star wife? Is it the other one? Ice-T. Must be the other one, Ice-T then, yeah? It's not this one. This is the one that worked for FBI. Look at that female gate. Look at the size of them chicken nom-noms. That's a big rumpus, right? That really is a big rump. There you go. Ice Cube fails forensics. Let me just put wives in there and check he hasn't checked out the other wife. I think it's Ice-T though. I think you might be right. Yeah, we're done. It's not this one, it's the other one, Ice-T. We'll have a look at him as well. But we're done. On the mouths alone, tell me who's got the lion smile. I don't care if that one's not smiling. I don't need it. I don't need to see. I can see how small the dental arches look. How small the chin is compared to that thing right there. Look. That's a dude and that's a woman, proven by the way she walks. There is Ice Cube. Let's put Ice-T in there as well. Ice-T rapper. There you go. Let's cut out Ice Cube. What's the matter? Ice Cube. There you go. And let's put in Ice-T. Now this one's got the porn star husband. Ice loves Coco. There he is. There he is. Coco, the big fella. He's the fallen Madonna with the big boobies. There he is. There's your porn star, Coco. Ice-T with the slow mounted face. Look how low it is. The arched eyebrows. The high set ears. The lack of jawline and chin. The Cupid's bow. The soft looking face. Compared to that hard staring male with a big neck. Let's get a proper look at them. There they are. So Coco is a dude with the big baps. Boys with boobs on YouTube. Look at her Kimbo arms on Ice-T. Look how they curve. This one straight hanging arm. Not there, look. The curvy Kimbo arm. Yeah, it's got a very strange looking daughter, hasn't it? This one here. Look at the size of Dad's head. Look at that jawbone. That is massive. And you got a sloping jawbone, pointed chin there. It's the deep set eyes look and the brow bone. We're done. Just need some gates on Ice-T. Coco. Walking. If you think Coco's the only porn star that's a bloke, you're wrong. Ice loves walking. No, you div. Ice loves walking. Ice-T walking. There we go. Right, Ice-T stands funny. Look at that gait on this so-called gentleman. He's got problems in the background as well. Look at the space between his knees. Ice-T. Not very good. Look at the open knees on his girlfriend though. Look at the sloping shoulders, look. The red lines on that t-shirt are not helping you any. Ski whiff but in line. That's what I'm looking for. Game over. Ice-T in full men's. Coco pretending. Knees together versus knees apart, look. There's your broken, your zigzag, your flamingo foot. There is your diamond. Right there. Here, nothing. Just an isosceles triangle. A thin bit of line showing between the legs. Because men walk with straight legs, knees to walk together, with a space between the feet. Coco's a pig. Absolute pig. But I'll tell you what, I don't even know the name Coco from the porn industry. Not like, you know, like Debbie Does Dallas or all them old films that were out. This one, I've never heard of him. Never even heard of him. I've heard of Lana Rhodes. That's another bloke, Lana Rhodes. Stormy Daniels, I've heard of him, another bloke. Only because Stormy Daniels had sex with Donald Trump apparently. Donald Trump paid Stormy Daniels $100,000 to be quiet. Look at them sloping short shoulders on Ice-T. We're done. Ice-T is up. Is that his daughter? What do you think? What do you think they've taught him to do there? Eh? What do you think they've taught him to do? It makes me sick. Look at that head. Two dudes, look, and there's your woman. Straight body, not a straight body, look. Curve showing. On the arms especially, look, the akimbos. Whereas these arms hang straight, look. Ice-T, final answer, it's a woman. One more. In line, ski whiff. Yeah, we're done. Ice-T, Ice Cube, they're all women, and that porn star there with the big fake cojones is a dude. Look at the thickness of that. Look at the size of that hand. Whose hand is that? Square jaw, wide ass cheekbones, deep set eyes with brow bone, short sloping forehead. Just like me. Ice-T fails forensics. Next. Oh, let me. Oh yeah. Let's have a look. Ice-T. Next one. Chris Rock. That's a good one. Chris Rock. No, why is that on my keyboard, man? Chris Rock. Let me just edit out. Who was it? Ice-T, wasn't it? Ice-T. Ice-T. There we go. Right, next. Chris Rock. Obviously a woman. Look at his close set eyes. Rounded eye sockets, look. Small mouth, small high set ears. She has a little bit of a trachea, but that's an Adam's raisin look. And it's not twisting with her. It's supposed to move with her. Images. Chris Rock. Oh, it's a girl. Final answer. Beautiful eyes. No brow bone. High set ears. Sloping jawline. Pointed chin. No trachea. No Adam's there. Look. It's a small skull. It's a small skull with a chin implant. And this, it's an absolute joke. It comes from a movie. There's a movie that absolutely does exactly the same script. A bloke gets up, slaps a bloke on TV out of the crowd. It's a joke. It really is. Look at these two eggheads. They've both got soft, beautiful, close-set eyes. Look, shiny, estrogen-filled eyes. Mental. Will Smith, another one. They're all women. All their heads expand outwards, look. Widest in the hairline, widest in the hairline. Chris Rock is a woman. Whoa! I do not understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Whoa! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing at all. Walking, Chris Rock. We're done right there. Pear-shaped, short arms akimbo, inline foot forward with the feet going out and the knees towards 8 and 4 o'clock. Separation of the knees, flamingo foot, whatever you want to call it. There's a diamond there, see it? Full mint, game over. Thanks for playing CSI. Game over. Thanks for playing CSI. Paparazzi are our friends. Another one. Full mint. Thanks for playing CSI. Another one on the beach with Adam Sandler. Full mint. Thanks for playing. Chris Rock was really easy to find a minces on, wasn't she? Oh, another one. We're done, right? That's how fast investigations are when they're done properly. You've got straight, look at them bony knees. You've got straight legs and your knees and feet are looking forward. This one doesn't have straight legs and his knees and feet are looking out at 4 and 8 o'clock, look. We're done. Chris Rock is biologically female, proven by the way she walks and the distance in her eyes. Jimmy Kimmel's Ali. The bodyguard is a woman look. The helper is a man look. Straight legs. Isosceles triangle between the legs. Full mints on Chris Rock. They're all in on it. They're all liars. They're all deceivers. And, well, there you go. If you don't believe me, take a look at his gate. Chris Rock, thanks for playing CSI with me. Who's next on that list? Salma Hayek was pretty famous. Penelope Cruz, John Stamos, Henry Winkler. I did Redford. Did I already do Redford? You're supposed to put my name in orange for me to see it. Otherwise I don't read it. I don't see it. Unless my name's lit up like Steve McQueen is or Bud Spencer and Terence Hill are, I don't see the names. Let's go back to the top. Camilo. Who's Camila Cabello? I don't even know that. Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know who that is either. Avril Lavigne. That's a request. Avril Lavigne. Lavinia. Avril Lavigne. We're looking at Avril Lavigne. Let me just cut out the last one. Who was it? It was Chris Rock, wasn't it? Just cut out. No, that's Ice-T. There he is. Chris Rock. Oops. Chris Rock. 3 minutes 47. Chris Rock. There you go. Next. Chris Rock. Let's have a look at you. Come back. Avril Lavigne. Got deep set eyes, this fella, hasn't he? Rectangle shaped, deep set eyes. There they are. It's a man face staring back at you. They tried to give him a Cupid's bow, like, it didn't really work. They've softened the chin and jaw, as they do with most of them. There's very few of these FTMs that they don't mess around with the jaw with, because look at the size of that hand. He's curling that ring finger upwards as well to make them the same size, like if he laid that flat. Right. Oh, we're done. With the panda bear eyes, you prick. It's a blockhead. Low set ears. The pink lips up. I can't see a tracker in Adams, but they have it shaved. Avril Lavigne. Oh, he looks like a dude there, doesn't he? Look. It's a drag man. It's an absolute drag. He doesn't even look happy there, does he? He looks angry. Look at the squareness and the bigness of those shoulders. Straight up and down body lock. There's a gate. Game over. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. He's got meatball knuckles as well. Look at them. He's got big hands, this one. We've just seen him. He's got long arms as well, by the way. Look. It's quite a beefcake, look. Squareness of him. Up and down body. It's a dude with a strong neck. Dude! Just remember, they'll wink their eyes and stick out the tongues. Pricks. Let's go back. Avril Lavigne. Face. Hail Satan, look. Tell me you're a Satan. Look at the state of those hands. Dirty man hands. Tell me you're a Satanist without telling the rest of the world you're a Satanist. Is that his girlfriend? She's got a long face, hasn't she? No chin bone. Let's go back. Oh, is he wearing upside down crucifix? No, it's the right way up, Peter. Let's go back. Avril Lavigne. For I saw a man standing there. No, that's the other one, isn't it? Torn. That's the other one. I get Natalie Imbruglia. I'm singing Natalie Imbruglia instead of I can't remember what his song was. He had a famous song, didn't he? Something about being in traffic on your wedding day. It's like rain on your wedding day. Oh, that almost looks like As Above, So Below. It's pretty close. I'm taking it. I don't care what you say. I know what he's doing. Right, let's get Avril Lavigne walking. There we go. Straight leg. Look at the size of that. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. If anything's true about the red shoes and your pizza parts is, I hope God slaps you straight down to hell with a big knuckle sarnie. I really do. Forgive me, Father. It's not hatred. It's justice. I want justice, Father, for all these children. And if this person's innocent, I want justice for this person too. Which God will make sure happens. If any of these people are innocent and have not done wrong, have not worshipped the devil in front of us, and haven't eaten or hurt children or anything like they say that they do to them, then in God's graces it will be. I'm just a man, you know. But if this person's hurt any children at all, I hope you knuckle dust them straight into the fires of hell, Father. I really do. Makes me sick. You pick on the most weakest innocent people. And yes, this person was weak and innocent when they did this to him. I totally agree. But this person grew up just like Amanda did. Grew up and became a full-grown man and decided to carry on preaching, practicing and praying to Satan. That's the difference. For us naturals who have worshipped false idols, we don't do that on a daily basis. We're tricked and fooled into sinning by Satan. And these are his minions that help him to do it. So when people say, oh, you're callous, you're hateful. No, I'm not. Jesus said, take no friendship or fellowship in these people. Reprove, revoke, and tell the world about them. That's what Jesus said. And if you can hear passion in my voice, it's not anger, it's passion. It's not anger, it's passion that you're hearing. For the poor, defenseless children in this world. And this person's done it to his own children as well. So don't even get me started on these people being good people. It's to be proven. If any of these people are good, if the white hats or any of that bollocks is true, it'll come out. But so far, nothing in this world is changing. All they're doing is squeezing everyone tighter and tighter and tighter. Removing your rights, overcharging for everything. The cost of living. They want everybody to just erupt and go mad. All governments need placing in prisons, jails, because of criminals. They all need placing in jails and reforming, the lot of them. They all need doing for crimes against humanity. The big pharmaceuticals need, they need smashing to pieces. Real medicine should come back. The real herbal remedies that God created all around us from the plants. The truth needs to be told about diseases and viruses that don't exist. It just don't even get me started. It makes me reluctant, is the word I'm looking for. Reluctant to believe that these people have any good in them. It makes me reluctant. I can't say they haven't. I've met quite a few flip-flops and they were nice people to me. Antonio was a nice girl. Patricia was a nice man to me. Mark Sargent was a nice girl to me. Dave Murphy was a nice girl to me. But they all hid this lie right in front of me, which means if they're lying about the core identity, how can I trust anything that comes out of their mouths? I only trust what God shows me. And I follow Jesus' words. I'm a follower of Christ. I am not Christian. Christians are idiots. They think the world's a ball. They think the water bends. They think that God created them from monkeys. So no, I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower of Christ. I follow his words to the dot. These people hail Satan in front of me. They literally tell us, and they smile whilst they're doing it. This person knows that there are children starving. He knows what's happening to children all around the world and does nothing. Does nothing about it. Carries on living his lavish Levine lifestyle, pretending to be a woman in front of her. I'm a pop star. I'll tell you what you are. You're nothing. You're absolutely nothing. It's a fake persona, a facade that you're wearing. In God's eyes, you are a liar and a traitor to the whole of mankind. I wish I'd known all this when I was younger. I really do. I wish I could have seen them sooner. It's a man crossing his legs over. How do I know? Because his knees and feet are pointing inwards at 6 o'clock. Inwards instead of outwards. There's no diamond showing. Avril Lavigne is a man. Final answer. There's his girlfriend, is it? Yeah. Only one of them's a girl, and it ain't Avril, that's for sure. Look, there's his girlfriend. See it? See, they can't keep it up. They cannot keep it up. They have to lie. And then the skeleton tells you, you're looking at a woman and a man in that order. Man there, straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Woman here, crossed over legs, feet and knee looking out towards 4 o'clock. Makes me want to cry sometimes, it really does. The pure evil that this world is in. And I have asked myself, why does God allow this to happen? He allows it because no one cares. Just me and you, apparently. Me and you lot out there. We're the only ones who care. Out of the entire world, it's me, you, and a few others that care. Isn't that sad that God created this beautiful place for us all to live in? There's billions of us here. And no one gives a rat's ass. They don't care if what difference does it make if the world is flat anyway? Idiot, get away from me. Go henceforth, for I know ye not. Avril Lavigne is a man, final answer, and that's a woman. We're done. Next. Avril Lavigne. Terence Hill and Bud Spencer. I want to do them, but they're just not famous enough. I've already done them anyway. I want to do big ones. Marlon Brando. Didn't I do Marlon Brando the other day? We did Brando. Anna. Alice Gross, never heard of him. Shukri Abdi, never heard of him. David Corenswet, you're asking for new people, Ellie. I'm not doing any new people for a long time, I'm telling you. Just can't be asked. I've got 2,000 people in backfile to catch up on that I haven't done in the last 2 years. I'm just doing these videos. I'm not doing any new memes at all. Very rare I'll do a new meme for the next 2 years or so, I'm telling you. I'm just doing these videos and I'm going back on the 2,000 people I've got to catch up on. Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, it's still not famous enough, is it? Let's have a look. Michael B. Jordan. Oh, actually, this one is famous enough. This is the one that I've seen just recently talking. They say he's a genius, right? She's a genius. Oh, I didn't cut that last one out. Avril Lavigne. Wait 1 second. I've got to cut Avril out. Avril Lavigne. Is that wrong? Is it supposed to be Lavigne? Like that, yeah. Okay, done. Avril Lavigne. Right, let's come back. We're looking at Michael B. Jordan, who's got childbearing hips, short arms. They will wink their eyes and stick their tongues out. I'll take that picture. 2 first names, Michael Jordan, same as Michael Jordan. Really? Ice-T is called Tracy Loren. 2 first names, really? Right, we're looking at Michael B. Jordan. Elbows out. I'm kidding. He's not running. I see a woman's head. Soft eyes, high set ears, widest in the hairline, not in the cheekbones lot. Small smile, subcutaneous layers of fat around the face. No trachea, no Adam's apple. There again, look. No trachea, no Adam's apple. No place to put a meatball, look. Look at that little V, look. You can't put one of Mama's spicy meatballs in there. Can you? It's impossible. It's impossible. We're looking at Michael B. Jordan, 2 first names. Producer, actor, genius. Apparently this one's giving out the information for free energy, which we've always had, anyway. Like I said, they call it the New World Order. It's the old world order that's going to come back. God's going to make sure everything's free again. Look at all these titties. God's going to make sure everything's free again, the way it should be. When we got here, when God created man and Adam and Eve, none of us chatted. There was no such thing as money. It comes from a certain people that I'm not allowed to mention. I'm not allowed to mention them, but they've got big noses. We're looking at Michael B. Jordan. Is that his boyfriend? He's got a big mouth, hasn't he? His boyfriend. Oh, he has got a big mouth. He's got wider eyes as well. He's got wider cheekbones. He's got a short sloping forehead. Why is your head wide and yours sloping? All these answers come to you using forensics. Michael B. Jordan is a woman. His boyfriend right there with the big thick clavicles, that's a man. All we need is some walking pictures. Walking. Full mint, game over. Michael B. Jordan. Let me just check my. I have got a Michael B. Jordan. I'm sure I have. I saw it yesterday when we looked for Michael Jordan. Let me just put Jordan in there. Jordan. Search. As it searches for Michael B. We'll carry on with the gates. Mother Teresa of Calcutta. We did Mother Teresa as well, didn't we? I swear we did Mother Teresa the other day. Oh no, I put the meme back up. My bad. I put the meme back up. I didn't do a video. In line but ski with. From Flamingo, look. All these are flamingos, look. Separation of the knee. That's not you. Oh, that is from the rear. Is that Jimmy Kimmel's? No, it's the other one. I can't remember the show's name. Flamingo. Broken leg look. Inline footfall. Tiptoeing through the tulips. I think we've got the best one. There's another one. Broken leg, foot and knee, looking out towards 8 o'clock. Are you seeing this yet? Look, the diamond. I do believe we're done. We don't need any more, right? We've got 5 gates. Is that him? One more. Elbows out. Elbows out, look. Arms down, elbows out. Runs like a girl. You run like a girl, love. That's probably the best pick. Oh, it's another one. Full mints, elbows out. Just Jared, I love your work. Right there, look. You can't argue the fact. Forensics destroys these liars. Michael B. Jordan is biologically female, proven by the way she walks. Next, let me edit out that one. Actually, let me get the name first. Mother Teresa. Let's do Mother Teresa. Why not Anna Susan? Mother Teresa. There you go. Mother Teresa. Let's open it up. Let's edit out the last one. Who was it? Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. 5 minutes. Michael B. Jordan. 2 first names. I'll put that in. 2 first names done. Create Mother Teresa. Let's have your Mother Teresa, or as I like to call him, Father Terry. Father Terry's got some deep set eyes. Is he Fauci's dad? It's close. I'll give you that. It does look like Fauci. Fauci. Strangely enough, there's a picture of Fauci and Teresa together. And he does look very similar. I'll give you it. He does look very similar to Mother Teresa. But this is a woman. Close set eyes. Imagine getting given, where's that? Getting given a medal for lying about Big Pharma. Imagine getting a medal for it. These pricks, these demons, these devil worshipping pricks give each other medals for destroying natural people's lives. Because that's what you're doing with all your Big Pharma and your debt and the way you control this beast. It's a beast system. People sort of always say to me, so what, you take out of the system but you don't put back in? That's right. The only thing I'll put back into the system is a big middle finger to all of it. Fauci, close set eyes, vertical forehead, no brow bone, small, high set ears, look, in line with the nose. She got a big nose. I wonder if she comes from that country I'm not allowed to mention. The chin, hiding bit. Oh my gosh, you stink. Are you in here? Oh, you stink, Marley. It's a woman with a big schnoz. They do look alike. I'll give you it. They do look alike. The noses are similar as well. Not the same. She definitely got a mother's nose, not a father's nose. That's for sure. But they do look very similar. They could be family. I agree. It could be mother and son. Well, father and daughter. Let's get that right. All these people are as above, so below. Lock 69. Fuck off. Telling you it's a mother and son, but it's not. It's a father and daughter. It's like looking at Jimmy Savile and Louis Theroux. It's mother and daughter. Jimmy Savile, Louis search. It's mother and daughter. Right here, look. They have got the same beaks, the same nose. They've even got the same lips. See this little crook here in the mouth? It's exactly the same on Jimmy when she's not smiling. They made Jimmy smile. There's the crook. If they'd left Jimmy not smiling, those mouths had been the same. It'd have been so... For me, right, this is what gets me about this picture. Louis is doing an interview with Jimmy Savile here, look. Knowing that Jimmy Savile is a pedophile. And yet, why would you put your chin on this pedophile's head? Why would you do that, Louis? I believe, and it's my theory, my La La Land, that Louis Theroux is Jimmy Savile's daughter. I'll do it. What triggers this? It's not just the looks. There's a bit. Where is it? There. Look at them both. She's like, that's my daughter, and she's like, that's my mother. There is no way on this earth a real man would rest his head on a paedophile's head. If he did, it would be a Glaswegian kiss. And I've seen it many times before. Again, I want to point out our woman's chin does not pass the forehead, look. Only men's jut out past the forehead, leaving a space. Women's do not, look. He's had a chin implant, otherwise it'd be a perfect match. It's just a little bit over. Men's, if I was to have that same picture, my chin would be pushed out almost as far as my nose, above the brow bone. I've got a real brow bone now. That's a fakie. But there's no way on God-given plane that Jimmy Savile, who's the biggest paedophile in England, Louis would rest his head on heirs unless they are family. And I do believe on that crook alone in Louis's mouth, if I can find it, that crook alone. When we go back to Jimmy, I'm going to show you a picture of Jimmy, and I want you to just remember that mouth, look, how it kind of curls up a little bit and it's got a crook right there. They got Jimmy to smile because he's got exactly the same mouth as Louis. They got the same mouth. Mother and daughter, I'm telling you. Let's go back to Jimmy Savile and find that black and white picture. And again, I want you to remember that crook in the corner of the mouth right there. Watch. Jimmy Savile, black-white picture. There we go. Oh, where's the picture I'm looking at? No, it's not there. Right. Jimmy Savile, Stripey. Let's try Stripey. That's the That's not the right picture. It's the right clothes though. That's what I'm looking for. Right there. Is that a bigger picture of it? Right here. Is that a bigger one? There. Look at that crook in the corner of her mouth when she's not smiling. It does look like a young Louis Theroux look. And it could be just the skulls, I agree. Definitely not the same person. Whenever they say that they're cloning people, I'll go with family resemblance first. Rather than believe that you can take a pubic hair and then grow Jimmy Savile in a Tesco shopping bag. Full grown. And then pump in Jimmy Savile's paedophile personality. Jimmy Savile, right there. Failing forensics. We're not doing Jimmy Savile, Peter. Let's go back. And again, there we go. Back. Oh, we opened a new window. I should have just closed the window, my bad. Right, so we're looking at Mother Teresa. Father Terry, as I like to call him. There he is with the big female Pope, John Paul II, with the, look at the widest in the hairline there. Look at those man hands. Tell me how Mother Teresa has got bigger hands than Pope John Paul II. What is that? Is that real? That's got to be fake. Stable diffusion. Stable diffusion's out of control. Tell me though, who's got the small mouth, the pouty lips, the pink lips lot? Who's got close set coffee bean eyes with rounded eye sockets? And who's got the deep set eyes lot with the bigger mouth and the wide cheekbones? Stable diffusion's telling the truth. That is out of control. I'm taking that picture just to post it for giggles. Right, let's go back. We're looking at Father Terry, who could be Anthony Fauci's father. I totally agree with you. They look very similar. Family resemblance is uncanny. This is a man, this is a woman, so they're not the same person or anything like that. But never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. You got it? It's quite simple to understand. Your grandmas, your ancients left clues for you about these people, and one of them is never to trust a man whose eyes are too close together. There are very, very few pictures of Mother Teresa walking. I believe I've got 2 gates, and he's under robes as well. Is that one? It is. Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. These are nuns. Remember, these are nuns. People say I'm crazy when I say the nuns are men. They are. If the popes and the priests and the pastors are women, then the nuns have got to be men, right? And I knew a nun when I was growing up because I was brought up Roman Catholic. Her name was Sister Anne Marie, but I've looked at a picture of Sister Anne Marie and she did look like a real nun. And the priest, Father Maloney, he looked like a real man. The skeletons were good. They weren't walking, they were stood side by side. I was looking at some old family photos of our Holy Communions when we were children. So there are real priests and real nuns out there. They're just not famous like these bitches. Any place of power, they intervene. Is that another one? Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Look, it's a dude. It's a small dude. It's a dude. Is that another one? You can't see it. The robes are in the way. That one's a bloke here as well. Look, by the look of it. Knee punching forward through his gown. We're done. Mother Teresa is a man, proven by the way he walks. Look, no diamonds, just straight legs underneath that cloak. Father Terry, thanks for playing CSI with me. Time is it? 11:30. Do you know what? 3 hours 20 minutes. That'll do me. I think we'll be back tomorrow with some more requests. Mother Teresa. Or should I call it? Let's put it in brackets. Father Terry. Click. Right, I'm done. I'll be back tomorrow night. Just remember, God loves you. He thinks you're amazing, folks. He truly does. He wants you all to know that you were born in an inside out. Well, that dog knows I'm going to say goodbye, lot. He wants you to know that you were born in an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Thank you very, very much for watching, forensic students and school checkers from around the world. Good night, Luke. Sweet dreams to all of you. Many blessings. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday night.